Be on here long because I feel the sleep coming on, the itis. So I've made me some fried potatoes and some fish. But I did want to play something for y'all here in a minute and see if it troubles you all. Because maybe I'm just tripping. I don't know. I very well could be. But we about to see. It's a little chilly in here in this room. I was about to sit on my iPad from earlier. Hey, everybody. Make sure I got that on. Good evening, Miss Ann. I'm so sleepy. I know it's the potatoes. I know it's the starch. I know it is. Oh, wait. I don't know why it feels like this is going further and forth, further that way. It used to be almost to the window. Hey, you said I'm in the middle of watching that movie you told us. You said, and girl, I'm about to go lay down and let it watch me. I didn't get a chance because I was on the phone with y'all nephew. I'm supposed to be asleep right now, and I feel it coming on, but I didn't want to lay down too early because I'm already gonna be up in the middle of the night. It don't matter. I'm trying to stay up as late as I can, but girl, the itis is hitting me. I only got about 30 minutes in, so don't tell me. But from what, well, maybe 25. It's still crazy though. Okay, wait. So don't finish, y'all. Don't tell me yet, because I haven't finished it, y'all. I haven't had a chance to. You only have 37 more minutes. Okay. Well, don't tell me. I'm gonna watch it. I just wanted to show y'all something real quick, and then I'm gonna go get into bed. I just was, I was like, okay. I made some gumbo today. You said no seafood, just chicken and chicken and chicken sauce. I know it's good. I know it is. I love chicken sausage. All these used to have a fire chicken sausage. Hey, Mister. Um, you're in Scotland. It's 6:18. So you guys are 6 hours ahead of us. Pretty cool. Hi, Roddy. Like Roddy Piper. I'm so happy you came in our class. I don't know that we've ever had anybody from Scotland. That's new. High five. Hello. So y'all 6 hours ahead of us. Got it. Good to know. You might be our first person from Scotland in 4.5 years. That's crazy. You said I turned it off halfway because I had to go do something, but I might have to rewatch from the jump because it got a little weird. Yeah. You play the bagpipes too? Oh, that's dope. That is dope. You are definitely the first bagpipe. Hi, I'm your cousin Circa from America. That's cool. Oh, that's Irish. Yes. Well, I think we got. Listen, hey y'all. So can we do something real quick? I ain't even gonna hold y'all because I'm super sleepy. Our 20 minutes turn into 2 hours, which I don't have it in me, but we gonna try. We not gonna try for 2 hours. So about an hour. My son's shirt, and it's the only one. And I'm sad because I cut it today. I didn't know. I think he told me it was the only one he made because I got a couple of different ones. He was like, "Yeah, mom, that's the only one." Well, son, I cut it in half. I'm sorry. Because y'all know he got a clothing line. So I've been wanting to wear this shirt, but I didn't know what to. Let me tell you, I paired it with my brown tennis shoes that y'all see. I'm going to go get them so y'all can see the fit for today. He said, well, I guess, mom, it's a fit and it's a 101 because there's not another shirt like that. I like his designs. They're simple but comfortable. So I did this. These are like my favorite tennis shoes, y'all. I just want y'all to know that. I know y'all done seen them a gazillion times. These are my freaking favorite tennis shoes. I know, because they're right. So I had this on. I know y'all like it don't go, but let me show you here. Ooh, those are my favorite tennis shoes. Y'all remember these? Ooh, y'all remember our sweats that's like ombre? So I did this whole thing with my brown shoe. I think I was all right for the day. Seeing as how I didn't go nowhere but to see y'all. Hello. Hey, Kim. I promise y'all, this is my favorite shoe. I think out of all the tennis shoes that I've ever had, and I love tennis shoes. Girl, these is my favorites right here, honey. These is my favorite tennis, and because they're textured, you know? Like, I take good care of them. I put them back in the box. And is that some rocks under there? Look like bug particles or something. Thank you. These are my all-time favorite tennis shoes. And my son bought them for me. But they feel like quilt and a whole bunch of other stuff. So, yeah, these are my favorites. So that was the fit of the day. And now I got my little fluffy sandals on. You know. Keep me a pair of fluffy sandals. Got to have them. So when I go to take the snow out, I can just put socks on. So, here we go. Y'all ready? Are your listening ears on? Hold on. Let me put my ears on. It's a non-listener. Listen. Y'all want to hear? Or do y'all want to hear? It's a few videos. Okay, good. Good. Let's do it. First one. If you hear a name that sounds familiar, and you hear something that makes your eyebrow go up, just put a thumbs up, okay? Think about what we do here, okay? Think about the information that's shared, all of that. Are you ready? Do you have your ears on? Good job. Here we go. Hold on.
Breaking fucking. We have major news right now. Amazon is buying up massive quantities of rare books, scanning them for AI training, and destroying them in the process. New bombshell reporting from 404 Media confirms that Amazon has a massive new book buying operation. It's never been reported before. And essentially, 404 Media put a tracking device in a rare book that they suspected would be acquired by an AI company for training data. They proceeded to follow this rare book to its final destination. The final destination? An Amazon warehouse in Las Vegas, Nevada, where Amazon employees told 404 Media that what they do is they receive massive shipments of printed books. They cut the binding off, then they scan the books in order to train AI. We've known that AI companies were doing this, but we've never known that Amazon is doing this. And in the process, destroying books, rare books, antique books, at mass scale. People need to know what's happening right now. Spread the word.
All the stuff in 22 that people started buying because of this place over here. I'm not saying there wasn't no rare book dealers, but baby, we made books popular again, and I'm going to take credit for that. I don't care. Hello. We made Bibles popular again over here. We made old books and people getting out of devices and getting back to the old book. Didn't I tell you they was going to do it? 4.5 years ago, I told y'all this was coming. And when I told y'all, all of a sudden, I said, I think that it's Amazon doing something. Because remember, Amazon wasn't selling the OTP at first. It was another company. Then Amazon took over. Then we couldn't get them for a long time. They were sold out. And then they changed the cover. Jacked the price up. This is why I was begging y'all, go get all the books you can. The older, the better. Before they start taking the books. I told y'all, my mama told me when I was a little girl, I've always loved books. Baby, you better keep you some books because it's going to come a time they're going to start destroying the books. I'm literally, Sarah, I'm literally at 46. So 41, 42 years later, exactly what my mom told me is happening. Come on, A Goody. I do find it weird, though, that 4.5 years after, he was encouraging people to get physical books and to start reading and to looking into things, they're destroying the information that tells the truth. This is why y'all Dean was begging y'all, I don't care what it's about, buy as many books, especially about history and science, as you can. Buy as many books about different places, different cultures, China, Africa, picture books, because they're going to erase this information. Somebody needs to have it in a physical copy. Hey, Auntie. So, so, so was God warning us? Was that another portent? Why wasn't nobody thinking about books? Go ahead and buy as many as you can. I said, don't buy the new ones, buy the old ones so you can buy a lot. You said they're destroying anything that tells the truth all day long. All day long. Shall we go to the next video, family? Portents is just portent in it, ain't they right now? Warnings is just popping up off the page. I said, oh, okay.
Our government has surpassed the point of lying. They are lying to us. I woke up with a notification from my Apple Wallet that my Citibank debit card had been removed. I could not explain why, because I usually pay extra on this card. Government has surpassed the point of lying. They are lying to us. I woke up with a notification from my Apple Wallet that my Citibank debit card had been removed. I could not explain why, because I usually pay extra on this card, and I usually pay early on this card. Okay? They closed my card account. No real reason why. Okay, I called them. I did a consumer complaint this morning because she ain't messing my credit. Okay, I called and I talked to a rep. I talked to a supervisor, so 4 different people, and then had to call whatever agency they had that they're connected to. And they told me that I can go ahead and have it reinstated. Surely it could be reinstated. It shouldn't be a problem. It should just be an easy fix. They refused to reinstate it, but told me to call back next month, and it could probably be done. My Amex card last month that never had a limit on it, the balance went boom, 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 boom. The limit went down a lot. I checked it again this morning after this happened, and it went down even more. It went down even more. And I'm pretty sure it didn't go down because of this, because my Amex payments are always on time. You know, you gotta get them late money. You can't pay Amex late. The banks are panicking. I've seen 1,000,001 videos going down the TikTok rabbit hole of everybody's cards getting closed and everybody's limits being lowered. And I even had a couple of people tell me that their overdraft limits have filled. They're even lower. They used to let you overdraft $1,600, $500. Now it's like $200, $150, $800, $900. They're literally cutting the overdraft amount that they allow people to have in half. Go to TikTok, go down the rabbit hole. We are beyond, far beyond the depression. I have never seen this. I'm a millennial. I was here in 2008.
Huh? Did we? Was there a portent for that very thing, that what you gonna do when you wake up the next morning and you don't have access to none of your money? Hello. That ain't the first video. I done seen white folks, black folks, Asian folks, Spanish folks saying they didn't woke up and they canceled their cards. And they paid. It was a white man on there yesterday saying, listen, I've had good credit since the 70s. I had Amex since 82. Not ever. He said, I get what I want to. He said, I went to go try to buy something for $5,000 and they told me no. He said, and I have excellent credit. They cutting that money off. Huh? Did he tell us they was going to do it? This is why he said, get it while you can, while there's still money to do it, while there's still something to buy. Buy as many books as you can. People, I just seen somebody else online talking about whatever. They like, oh, I got 800 DVDs. I got 500 DVDs. I still got my DVDs from the old time because people's streaming services and internet is not working. It seems as though when we were in here in our little bubble and everybody was calling us crazy. You said you got something too about 200? Come on. Okay. Don't say nothing, but say something. Riley's mama, do I know you personally? Don't say where. Don't say from who. Do I know you? I've been wanting to ask you that. Just say yes if it's a yes. Have I met you in person? Or one of my kids? Okay. Because I know somebody else named Riley. And their mom drives a school bus. in Indiana. And I was like, I've been wanting to ask you that if you're the Riley. Oh, okay. Good job. I say, maybe you met one of my kids? Because for a minute, I've been wanting to ask you that. Oh, okay. Okay. You said the estate sales in the wealthy neighborhoods got the good books, VHSs, camping, emergency supplies. Baby, get them wherever you can. My husband just mentioned going back to DVDs. We have streaming services. Yeah, that's why we got this thing right here. And we knew it was coming, didn't we? Thank you, Auntie. That's why we got these right here. Aw, thank you, sister. Listen, that's why we got these, don't we? And then to go with this lovely device, thank you, Auntie Sandra. My Auntie Judy sent me this cute 1990s, 1980s case. And guess what's in here? Circle, that's funny. My mom last name was Riley and she drove a school bus. Hilarious. Also, we just all connected. Look what's in there. Made me feel like the old days, like I'm on a road trip. Boo, hand me my jagged edge CD out of there, and make sure don't scratch it. Grab it from the middle. You said we got the day after tomorrow, Black Cobra, American Gangster, Mama, The Tourist. What's that? What's this? Private Practice, Heroes, Boston Legal, Cat Williams, Hitch, Utopia, Man on Fire, Born Legacy, a whole bunch of other burned DVDs. The Huntsman, The Winterman, Huntsman and the Winterman, Martin, G.I. Joe, Law and Order, Hugo, The Conjuring, How I Met Your Mother, Behind Enemy Lines, interesting, John Carter, Selma, Fever and Pitch, more Law and Order, The Unborn, and the Left Behind. The Hobbit, The Great Debates, The Art of War, The Remnant, Gods of Egypt, The Constant Gardener, and the like. London Has Fallen. Interesting. Better get you some. You better get you some. Yes, it is. It is, it is. Go on and go to the pawn shop and Walmart or wherever you gonna go and get you a little something. For them kids drive you crazy when it ain't no streaming service. Bet you wish there was a DVD man around now, don't you? You got rid of them because you didn't have to pay $2.17 per movie. Hey, sister. You said I need to burn those. You said I definitely kept all my stuff from back in the day. Listen. Bet you wish you could find you a CD man now, don't you? Better go looking. I would go looking if I were you. Here we go. Next one.
Pulled up Yahoo News this morning to look at international news. I pulled up Yahoo News this morning to look at international news, and it's gone. Where I used to... I pulled up Yahoo News this morning to look at international news, and it's gone. Where I used to get my information on what was going on over in the Middle East, it's gone. They've updated it, and it's... You can still get U.S. politics, but you can't get international now. Do you all have the same feeling that I do, that some really bad shit is going down or is going to go down in the Middle East that's going to affect us horribly, and they don't want us to know at all what is happening at this point? Now, I went straight to oilprices.com, though, because I like to keep up on what's happening in the fuel situation, and they are directly talking about now with diesel prices and the way they're rising and going to continue to rise, and the situation over there is going to make it so much worse that the way it is going to affect us in pricing and everything is going to be horrific. They're calling it the perfect storm of situations. And even in regular gasoline and refined fuels. Just from where pricing is potentially going to go because of what's going on over there. And now,
We are. You said it's no longer the last days, it's the last seconds. Okay. You said child cheese. You said yes, that's true. CNN news don't put out nothing from the Middle East. All it puts out is local news. Interesting. We talked about it. Matter of fact, sounds a lot like this. Gas went up 10 cents since Monday. Interesting, sister. We talked about it. It sounds a lot like
Killed in the first purge of the leader. Rumor has it that 80. She was killed in the first purge of the leader. Rumor has it that 80 million people died in one day. One day. That was just in North America. The death toll in third world countries was reported to be much higher. Not that you could confirm such rumors. The most significant.
why wouldn't you be able to confirm it? Because you won't be able to know. That's the movie 6. Then it's called the number like 6. The Mark Unleashed. Okay. But let's look here at something that is going on. Oh, Axion cameras. Right after we got off live, y'all, look what I saw. I said, no, that can't be right. What do you see there? Does that look familiar a little bit from earlier today? Does this look familiar to those of you that were in class earlier? Is that kind of reminiscent of? I just can't put my finger on it. Right after we got, I said, first one they said is in Florida. Boom. We know it, hey goody. We know they what you. Tell me that's correct. Tell me. Now, how in the world? I said that is interesting, honey. Crazy. We're not done. Let's go over here to Tickety Top. You said this finna be my face all class. Right. Oh, wait, there's more. Don't just keep your eyes open in. Just get you some tape so you don't gotta keep closing them and opening them, closing them and opening them. Just yeah, just hold off one moment. I want to show you something else here. Oh, one more thing. This is like the third time this has happened now. Well, actually, it's more than that. But we're just going to say the third time in this last couple 6 months. You said, and it ain't no good. My car has been in the shop since last Friday. You said I fueled up at Costco and couldn't move from the pump. Monday, it happened to another lady. So the same thing I went through, what, in April? Did you just go through that in April, sister? Stay right there. Okay. Did we talk about it? Interesting. Did we? Did we? We talked about it. We talked about we talked about I Am Legend. and how the cars was always just, he was running up over the cars, remember the deers, and everybody was here calling y'all teacher crazy. They was calling me crazy. Oh, they was calling me crazy. You ain't calling me crazy no more. It's been 48 months roughly. Little over 48 months since I met y'all, baby. And the Lord, I can say it right now, Yahweh, Yahushua, whatever name you know him by the creators, he don't lie to me. Hello. About to show you how much he don't. You said so tender, girl. Look. What's that? This was 8-2. What's that? What's that? Now, we saw the one that was supposed to be for the movie. It wasn't over no trees, from what I can remember. It was over a what's the name? Right. Now, look at this one right here. We ain't done yet. Hold on. What's this?
Your dogman capture taken by a survey pilot over northern Michigan. And what's cool is the dogman actually originated from Michigan, so we see a lot of sightings there too. So the locations definitely line up. But pretty much the anonymous pilot claimed the creature, quote, stalked his helicopter. The uploader states, quote, the pilot said the encounter began during a low-altitude land survey over the isolated forests west of Cadillac near Michigan's Manistee National Forest. As the helicopter followed a rocky ridge, the crew noticed a large dark figure moving through the trees below them, end quote. Upon seeing this figure, they thought, oh, it's probably just a black bear or something. But as they lowered down even closer to get a better look, it reportedly stood up on its two hind legs and looked right towards the cockpit. At this moment, one of them took out their cameras and snapped the picture we see today. They flew away shortly after, and they took another snapshot of it at a lower altitude, and this one's pretty frightening as well. The pilots claim that they circled to get another look at the creature, and its behavior changed. Instead of fleeing, it actually began running beneath the helicopter. It followed them for a while, ducking in and out.
You said, bro, I used to live just south of Cadillac. I know exactly where that is. Uh-oh. But remember, the man said that the dog thing that was down in what? The Appalachian Mountains or whatever, Appalachian Mountains. Remember, just a couple months ago, that man was so scared, and you could see the marks in his truck where the thing he said was keeping up with his truck and ran and jumped in the back of his truck. Don't forget that. Okay? Don't forget. And again, God said all the beings that have been hidden at the end times, they about to come out. We didn't see pretty much all of them. Hello? Exactly. You said Auntie Ida sent me a video of a bird with a human face recently leaving out of Cuba or something like that. I seen it. They had the old lady arrested. They said she had turned into a witch and couldn't turn back, and they kept smelling foul stuff there, and they walked her out. She had that whole bird face. I seen her. And we just talked about the bird women. We just talked about it. Thank you so much. You said, baby, listen. Oh, we're not done yet, though. Come on, let's keep going, because I want to show y'all something else that's interesting to me. Are you ready? Put your watching eyes on. Get your good pair of eyes on. I don't want you saying, oh, I wasn't looking. Put your eyes on. And when you see it, throw up a peace sign. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. When you see it, throw up a peace sign. Are you ready? You said, remember that lady who got on her limbs ripped off, and she said it was a figure. I remember. You said, I just seen a video of a mermaid caught on a home camera. You said their house pool was connected to the ocean. Send it to me. Send it to me, nephew. I believe it. You said they also think they found weird prehistoric tracks. Oh no. Yeah, I know. Because they're not prehistoric. They still living. Watch this. Are you ready? Are you ready? You got your eyes on? I got both pairs of mine. Are you ready? Okay, good.
بلس تحقيق نونة بس هي طريقة للإذلال يعني خايفين من ردة فعل الأسرى فعل الأهالي هون عشان المستوطن. هاي أرقام مش عارف أول مرة بحطوا لي إياها. معتقلين كمية كبيرة يعني في نسوان معتقلة معصبة وفي أسرى في حوالي 50 واحد بالبيت اللي قابلنا فيه. تعاملوا معنا بوحشية. أيوه كانوا يجيبوا بدنا إياه وجيت لهون وحققوا معي.
The Israelis are now putting numbers on the Palestinians on their forehead, on their arm, and on their hands. Numbers. Interesting. The same people that have miniature ropes on their lapels, the same people that just became one with our government. Interesting. I don't think that it's funny that it's starting in the place where Jesus was born. Of all the places in the whole wide world, y'all start putting people in camps and marking their forehead and their hands with a number in the place where the Antichrist is going to act like he is Jesus. Interesting. I think it's wild that that's happening. I think it's really random as well. Absolutely not, I don't. The same people that wanted sympathy for their numbers on their grandparents. Oh. I said, now that I think that man is really about to come out. We know he's here. But all I hear on my body is standing up. It's moving really quickly, and we just want to thank you for telling us what's going on. We appreciate you because one more thing. Can we go? We got a few more things, but I just want to show y'all what be coming across my FYP, and then I want y'all to tell me what y'all feel about it. Are you ready? Next video. Let's go here. All right. Are you ready? Let's do it. Open your eyes. And then tell me if you've seen something similar in the last 2 years. Okay? If you've seen something similar to this, put eyeballs on the screen, okay? Are we ready? Let's go.
Somebody's got to tell me what the heck this is. That is not what I've ever seen in the Bible or anything to do.
That's necromancy. Huh? The skulls, this is why they go dig up dead bodies, because they know who it is. You saw that today. Isn't that interesting? You saw it, but you didn't know what it meant. It's a ritual. Where you take a human skull and put it inside of a casted face in front of everybody, pray over it, and kiss it. That's a real human skull that they put on the inside of that cast. You said, I can't take no more. Well, load up your socks, sister. I'm giving you 2 minutes to power up, because we're not done. Huh? And you wonder why they gonna work with the one thing to make Christmas so that everybody can, you know what, never mind. You said, well, family, we could say, what we talked about in class is starting to pop up. It's safe to say that there is not surprised to be ready to wear. Oh, okay. I just want to know if y'all think our classes was not relevant. It's almost like we're 1900 and something for 1900 and something. You said they put that skull right back inside of a statue. Oh, okay. And you got folks crying and waving their hands and praying to a dead T. You said my stomach. Look, Auntie. Hey, Denise. Do you see it? In knots. Not you done took over Queen's. Look. Now, normally it's Queen's stomach. Today it's yours, Auntie. Queen says she tapped out, so then it done jumped on your stomach. Got it. You said somebody said take me on the video. Listen, it's not surprising, but it's still jarring to see it play out like this. Listen, we talked about it. Dang. Nisi Poo, we're not even done. Shall we go on? I said now, you know, I said now, this is getting real interesting. Here we go.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but I live in Northwest Indiana, not too far from Gary. I just got power yesterday, so today would have been seven days. So here's what I think is going on right now. All this stuff happening in Northwest Indiana with the weather is man-made, for sure. People been living here for years, ain't never seen no shit like this. I ain't for sure. People been living here for years, ain't never seen no shit like this. I ain't never seen no shit like this, whatever, right? So what I think, because I done seen videos of people talking about they gonna eventually, something about flooding the Lake Michigan, right? Which will flood all of Northwest Indiana. So this is what I think they're gonna do. They hit us with the first tornado, we hit up State Farm, we get our house fixed. They hit us with the second tornado, we hit up State Farm, we get our house fixed. After that second one, State Farm goes, hey, we're gonna have to cancel you from this policy. Then, when you're canceled, that's when they flood Northwest Indiana with Middle Michigan. Stay prayed up.
There goes that word never again. Interesting. Let's keep going. I think we shall. Interesting. Let's find another, shall we? What about this? Are you ready? Put your eyes on. If you took them off, put them back on. Here we go. You see that? Is that a Stargate, nigga? Y'all know I really want to sit down and have a conversation before the Cat Williams. If you're ever in here, I need to have a conversation with you ASAP right now. Like, we need to chop it up. Cat, come on over to WOIU for a minute. We need to have a conversation. Okay? It is one of these right here that we talked about right here. It's one of those. Anybody got a book that looks similar to this or something about this? Anybody? Funny that we have this book. You said somebody called Terrence Howard. He knows what's up. He do. Isn't that interesting? You do. Yes. Portent? Maybe? I was talking about how y'all live a very similar life the other day. Listen, I would love to pick that. I've been telling y'all for 4.5 years. Kat, if you listen, can we just chop it up for a minute? I just want to pick your brain for about 2 seconds, sir. Maybe a little bit longer now. I'll try 2 hours. You said, no, I have a book on CIA portals. You can't type them words, though. Now, why in the world would you type that? You just say yes. We don't type the alphabets over here. That make them come looking. Then the lives don't work. Absolutely not. You said they were showing that on the drive time commercials too. Interesting. I didn't. I didn't. I didn't see that. Listen. Hold on. Are you ready? Let's do it again. Shall we?
It's like a horror movie out here. We've got helicopters everywhere. The roads are parked.
Is not reaching people.
It's like a horror movie out here. We've got helicopters everywhere. The roads are parked.
Is not reaching people. That was 8 days ago when we got stranded in northwest Indiana with no power, no gas. We had to figure out how to get out of there. The news is not reaching people. It seems like the only videos that are getting reach are from people who are affected immediately by the situation. For some context, you guys, it's now been 8 days that most of northwest Indiana has not had any power, and this has caused gas shortages and just closed gas stations due to this event. Gary, Indiana still has no power. Looting is beginning, and they're deploying the National Guard down there. Up north, where you're closer to Indianapolis, we have flash flooding the entire city.
Hold on. Are you ready? One more.
Hey, this is what it look like in Indiana right now, y'all. It's dark as shit. It's like the apocalypse. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. This is how we getting light right now. This is how we getting light right now. This is how we getting light right now. It's crazy work. Dark as fuck in the city. Can't see shit. Look, turn the light off. So. It's over. No more light in the city.
I don't know. Did we? Where is it? Where are you? Let me find you. Where are you? Is that why we got this right here? The reflective stuff so you can't see the lights, but we can have the lights on in our house. Is that why we got reflective film for our windows for a time just like this? Oh, that they said wasn't coming. You know, I think the Giants are coming out. We talked about booby trapping, putting out some giant traps. Because I might have to cut down a tree or two. I don't know. Just in case. You know, you can set up a trap for a giant if they try to come through where you had this cocked up like this here. And then, just in case a giant try to come in your house when it's dark, unaware and unassuming. We don't do boogeymen around here. We do not do boogeymen. We don't do boogeymen. We chop giants down to their knees. Hello. Oh, okay. We don't do no boogeymans around here, honey. We don't do not a damn boogeyman. And look, you said the boogeyman is outside. Which way? That way or that way? He over there. Show me where all the boogeymans is, because I need to see where the boogeymans are. It's a boogeyman over there. What about a boogeyman over there? You know where the boogeyman is. You seen him. Because I mean, I don't know. People talking about the boogeymans and stuff is coming in people's houses and stuff. And so then I was just trying to figure out where they at. So I know how to be ready just in case the boogeyman show up. You know. Oh. Huh? Is it a boogeyman over there? Or a boogeyman over there? You said the nights then came out. They outside, the nights tip, white sheets. I mean, you can see. Never mind. You better ask Kate. He said he's a giant slayer with the S. Okay, at the beginning and did. We slay giants around here. Hit them in the ankles and then right in the back of their knee. Where you going, nigga? Nowhere. Get that Achilles heel, that Achilles tendon when they come across. Ah, slap! Where you going, buddy? Giant boogeyman. Where is you going? I don't let you get me down. I might even let you get me down. But that artery that's in your thigh might not. I don't know. Oh, did I nick that? I am so sorry. I did not mean. Are you all right? Green goo everywhere, Niecy Poo. Is that? Did I accidentally miss? Is that a femoral artery? I am so. I didn't know. It's my house. But now you understand why y'all TT, cousin, sister, auntie asked y'all to go get some 2-inch thick wood and keep it. Oops. Just be like Macaulay Culkin. Exactly. I grew up in that era. Baby, I got so many cast iron skillets and pots. Are you sure? Are you sure? Plenty of marbles, too. Don't worry about it. He said, I promise you last night I saw a dark figure moving too fast to be a person. Dart across my yard. The boogeyman be watching. Of course. You said I'm going to need some marbles and some BBs. Well, why don't I have any marbles and BBs? Definitely got a BB gun. Oh. Keep me a BB gun. For whatever reason I might need a BB gun for. You know, to get rabbits and stuff. Rabbit hunting and stuff. You know. Huh? You said you like pepper on your rabbit? Good. Because I got some pepper for your rabbits as well. You said you like a little seasoning on your rabbits. Me too. Put a little pepper on it. Put a little pepper on it. You be able to do what you need to do with it. I like pepper on my rabbits as well. Hello. It ain't always gotta be the biggest, baddest. Sometimes it's strategy when you trying to catch a rabbit. Come on. And marbles, you know, they can be dangerous. Silver and aluminum, just in case I run into a wolf man or something. It's monsters out there. You're going to need the one to take care of. Exactly. You know? Listen here. I got all kinds of beans and stuff to throw at the rabbits. I got all kinds of beans. You ain't saying I might throw this bean at them or throw this bean at them or put some pepper on the rabbit. I don't really know. Just know it's a wascally rabbit around here and I'm going to find me one. You said, huh? You said, well, what you said now? Tell me again. Huh? Oh, you said ain't no rabbits on this side. Got it. Okay, well, I'll just wait for him to come. Prepping for a giant... Girl, why is the AI summary prepping for a giant boogeyman with traps? What's your survival tip? I'm so sick of them. Sicko. You said it's be a duck season or rabbit season. Something getting called. Come on. Is that a duck? You said you know about the garlic as seasonings for giants. I do. I do. You see, it's all kinds of stuff in here. What is this? Well, hi, Daisy. Premium grade .177 caliber pointed lead airgun pellets. Interesting. That open on impact. Now, why in the world would you need any of those? You said they open on impact. Well, the rabbit might be fast. I don't want it to get away from me. Huh. You said I got more marbles for my slingshot. Good job. Definitely gonna need them. Hello. Oh. Just in case the boogeyman want to come around here messing with people or the giants and stuff. You know, you have to take care of the beans. All right, moving on. Hello. Wait a minute. Let me see what else we can find here. One other thing. So did we talk about the hidden messages? And that they want a specific genre of people? And so they put images into their head so when they're introduced to certain things, they're not unfamiliar with it. Did we? If Deacon K is in here, close his ears. Or send him, can you send him to another space real quick? If y'all got little kids, move them. Even though they probably already seen it, which is crazy, but just move them. They out. Look at this. Some of y'all might have already seen it. Just pay attention. How do you start to read first? Okay. He can't see, can he? That's the thing I want him to see. The little babies.
So I found a clip of the butt plug scene in the new Minions movie, and I'm going to put it here. I made another video talking about all the other inappropriate scenes and how you should not be taking your children to see this damn movie, and I'm absolutely disgusted that this is actually in a children's movie. So here is one of the clips. Children's movie. So here is one of the clips.
Hold on.
One of the clips.
You think this, sister? Did you see it? So when we was talking about all of this and they was telling us we was crazy and we looking too deep into it, and I said, no, they just, their eyes ain't open. My son has never seen a Minions nor a Despicable Me movie. You said, so I had no idea about this. The way they hit. Do you see they put it right on Legos? Interesting. Hello. But it's because parents be like, it's a kid movie. No, your eyes ain't open. Hello. And this is why any movies that my kids watch, I had to watch them, and I watch them like we watch movies now. And my kids are still coming to me like, Mom, I can't believe it. But now that I went back and watched it as an adult, yeah, my kids can't watch it either. Oh, okay, so I wasn't crazy. Back in when I was 22 years old, saying, no, you can't watch SpongeBob. Absolutely not. The first day I saw that nigga in a thong, a Speedo, with his buns out. I said, oh, absolutely. My son was 5 or 6 years old. He was like, no matter of fact, he was 4. No, no, no. And my family used to be like, you're overreacting. I said, first of all, why does a 4-year-old boy need to look at a tea bag with cheeks out? Give me whatever argument you got that it is okay for that. And not only one, because these are supposed to be 2 meals. Why is they butt out? Shined up, greased up. And they walking like this. You tell me. Why should I even let my 4-year-old watch that? For what? What's the reason? There isn't one. You said I never felt like DreamWorks movies were for kids, so I don't let my kid watch them. You said, and I grew up watching SpongeBob with my cousin, and that was never for children. Here we go. My children are little, but it's sad that they been doing this mess. Yeah. Grooming all day long, 100%. Yeah. You said they act like it's normal. Yeah. You said they're perverted and people just let it pass on through like it's normal. Yeah. Patrick with the fishnets. And you grown, you do what you want to, but I don't gotta put that in my 4-year-old's face. I don't have to put that in my 8-year-old's face. So then when his weirdo teacher come and try to get him on some more weird stuff, he don't think nothing's wrong with it because he didn't see it in the movie. No. My husband put on Mikey. You said the black and white. I said, oh, Mickey the black and white when I turned. Girl, with that cheese. Why is you poking holes in cheese? Making sweet. Baby, listen. You said ASMR grooms kids to me. Yeah, all of it. All that smacking and licking your lips, and I can't do it. First of all, I hate smacking, so I ain't never been okay with it. Okay? That and stuff running out. I don't want to see that. You said, and we wonder why children turn out the way that they do when they get older. Right. My mom didn't allow. You said, but my cousins were my kids watched it at other people's house. You said we're unsupervised. So we did whatever. And it was for that reason my son is out. Girl, that's how it was at my auntie and them house. We could watch HBO, all the nasty stuff. Not at my mama's house, but at most of my family members' houses, and especially a lot of my friends. Their parents wasn't paying no attention, babe. Any of the movies that came on that you needed that box for, we was able to watch them. Hello. Yeah. My mama didn't even get cable in our house again. After she got divorced, we didn't have cable from 1987 until probably about like 94 or 93 because she wouldn't get it. My stepdad is the one that got, or my dad is the one that got cable again in our house. He said, man, I seen Players Club at my grandma's house at the age of 8 or 10. Laughing but serious. Yeah, me and all my cousins. And my kids, I told you, nephew, when I first got over here, my kids were so mad because they black card is revoked all the time. All the hood movies, they just seen them like going into high school. Or either while they was in high school or as an adult. Anything where there was a mama or a daddy that was out of it and they're just always out of control and it's poverty, I did not let them watch that stuff. I didn't. The whole he's sleeping with her, he's sleeping with her, he's sleeping with her, and they taking it back and fighting. Oh, hell no. My son or my daughters. Because I don't want him to be like that, and I don't want them to think that it's okay to be with nobody like that. No. I didn't glorify the hood. None of that. None of that, baby. We didn't, I'm going to be honest. They'll tell you, they didn't get to watch BET. It was never, if we did have cable, that wasn't a channel we was going to have. We don't need BET. You said, I think that's where my trigger of aggression from DV came from because that Junior and Ebony scene used to scare me. Yes. 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 No. My kids did not get to watch none of the hood movies. And I didn't care. And I'm not saying that they just watched all white movies because they didn't. They just, it's genres. Boys in the Hood, all of that. South Central and all of that. I'm not putting that in front of my son. I want him to live. I want him to not be incarcerated. I'm not knocking nobody. I'm just saying, whatever you put in your kids, okay, for example. There's a lot of feminine men, and I'm not saying gay. There's a lot of feminine men because they watch their mama. You understand? I told y'all my ex-husband used to crack my daughters up because when he answered the door in our room, because we kept our door closed, you knock on the door. They was teenagers. He was a grown man. They teenagers. They got boyfriends. He's not gay, but because he was so used to being in the house with women, right? When he would open the door, if he didn't have a shirt on, y'all, he'd do like this. And they used to be like, Pops, what are you doing? And he was like, girls, y'all don't need to see me like this. He got on whole pajama pants. He's a whole man, but he would cover his chest. Now, he's a whole man, but he's so used to a woman opening the door that it's subconscious. He's opening the door, covering his nipples. Nigga, they done seen chests before. I grew up on the movies and used to be an active gang member and spent time locked up. I can attest. Listen. I came up in a DB culture, honey. Now, when I left my mama house, and my mama house, it was the Lord. But once I got out into the streets, nigga, what it do? I can hit them up still like the best of them. And can. Yeah, sure can. You said, I still do that. Listen. You said, yep, that subconscious is a powerful thing. Ain't that crazy, nephew? You don't even realize where it come from. Like me, growing up in a house with all boys. Remember I told you my ex-husband is like, why do you grab when you talk? Nigga, because you have to make the real nigga come out of me. And I have to catch myself even now at 46 years old because I grew up in a house with boys. And when they talk, the first thing, I still do it. And didn't until I got married, stop telling the nigga to, you hear me? I was quick to tell the niggas, nigga, you hear me? What? You don't have one. Mental. He was like, you can't say that to people, but I can. But I can. Okay? And I'm trying to tell y'all what it is. Had to reform my whole mind. Because you couldn't have told me, listen. Yeah. Tell a nigga quick. Just crazy, girl. I know. You said, yes, I was very tomboyish. Grew up with brothers. They used to wrestle me. So listen, you said I still do it. What don't? Yeah. That whole mind just be messed up. Man, I ain't never supposed to be and told nobody that. You hear me? Didn't even realize what I was saying. Well, I did, but yeah, I knew it was disrespectful. Mine messed up. Thugging hard. Listen, you hear me? I done show. Listen, still had a little bit of girly on me, but you ain't saying. And I wasn't, whatever. I still like the boys. You ain't saying, but I wasn't. You wasn't about to take me down to get me in there. We about to throw these things. You know what I'm saying? I grew up fighting niggas, so it is what it is. I done took a licking and kept on ticking. You know what I'm saying? Trying to tell you. You said, I say, man. You said, that's my warning before I say, listen. You said, man. Listen. You said, when I think back on this mouth I had, like, no wonder men would be apprehensive. I was rough at the mouth. They didn't know it until I opened this. I'm trying to tell you. In heels, nigga. Stepping. And still turn around and tell a nigga, what? Nigga, listen. Moving furniture and making smoke in the city. Listen, you said, I just got to the point where I chilled out because I don't play. You said, I'm still super tomboyish. You said, yes. Yeah, nigga. Y'all know one of my favorite rap songs. You couldn't tell me I wasn't a whole nigga. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, I didn't even go to the LGBTQ community and be over in that way, but now, had my experience, but it wasn't no, and it is still now I have to catch myself. Certain clothes take you back to certain places. You know? That's why certain clothes you can't wear in real life. Certain stuff I can't put it on. It's hard. If I put on a pair of baggy pants and I put on a pair of boots and a t-shirt like this that ain't been cut, baby, it's a whole different walk. I'm telling you right now, I got a whole different walk. It ain't a girl walk either. And I don't even be trying to do it. It just start feeling it. Hey, I'm trying to tell you. You said my son dad always said I act like a nigga in real life. In real life. You said I cut and stabbed me several back in the day. Oh, kept me a switchblade, box cutter, and a razor blade in my mouth. Had a 22 at age 12. Come on, listen. I thank God there wasn't no social media back then. Listen, you said, bro, I understand. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, you said my daughter got a mouth on her, but that's because of me. You said, and she get her attitude from me. Uh-oh. You said, but I had to show her a different way, and now she's following me and told her there's a different way out. Right. I don't think that it's the spirit of the clothes. I think it's, so when I dress like that, right? When I was in my tomboy era, it was so that nobody would try to hurt me. That's what it ended up being, and I didn't even. Now, granted, we grew up in the T-Boz era, right? So it was already there. But they feminized a certain way to look, right? But because I had been attacked, and y'all know what I'm talking about, I flip-flopped my whole everything, and I didn't want to look cute. I didn't want to have no little shorts on. I wore the biggest clothes that I could, the baggiest pants I could, and my stance was a whole nigga. Because I don't even want you thinking you can come over here and try me. So that's why I did it. I don't know why others did. But that, for me, was, we about to go rounds if you need to. Because I'm not no dainty. I mean, y'all see right now, niggas be mad now because it's like they want me to be a damsel in distress. I can't. I don't even know how to do that. You said definitely changes my demeanor depending on how I'm dressed. I walk around with pocket knives. You said because my dad says my mind isn't right. Listen, for people who listen. You said that's what it was for me. I was mean to men. Girl, treated them like the dirt on my shoe. You said that's why I always would say to me. You said, why are you so damn mean? Girl, I still get it right now. Who the hell is mean? And I'd be like, okay. I told you I was when you got over here. What, you thought I was lying or something? Y'all not used to people telling y'all the truth. Oh, okay. You said I'm getting my new pretty tomorrow. Come on. See, y'all want a girl that's gonna lie to you and tell you what you want to hear. I'm not her. I suggest you move on to the next one in the line, because the man came here the other day and I told y'all that big old piece of wood from the other shelf. He's like, now what you doing with that? I said, I built. And then he said something, and I said, well, I ran a crew too of an electrical dilly bobber. He said, well, what else you do? I told him. He said, you got more skills than most of the niggas on my crew. He didn't say niggas. He said, most of the guys on my crew. I said, I probably do. He said, I don't know why men don't hire more women in jobs like this. He said, because women are very good at organization. I said, that's exactly what I ended up doing. I ended up running a crew not even 2 weeks after being there, and we got done. And I had never done any electrical work ever. Didn't mean nothing. Organization is organization. Hello. You said I played basketball growing up and did yard work for allowance. Right. I thought I was him for real. And did, girl. That. You said, I believe that's why I still walk so fast. Don't say ish to me. Yes. My aunt used to say I was mean because I used to sweat above my top lip, girl, and that brow. And if it run down the nose, I already know about it. Listen. Personality association through defense mechanisms with the familiarity of comfort objects. Listen, I believe it. You said 70s and 80s babies are a different breed. They are. But some of these 90s is crazy too. It's some 90s babies over here. I can't say it real loud because they be listening. They crazy too. Some of my nieces and nephews was born in the 90s and they crazy. I ain't gonna tell them, but I'm gonna tell y'all. The mean streets of the shot in the 70s had me on another level. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Listen. Shit. Crazy 90s babies raised by even crazier 70s babies. Pretty much. Pretty much. My mom was born in the 50s, baby, but she's still crazy and will still pull a knife on you. And she's a minister. Mm-hmm. Are you ready? I remember I used to put cuts in my eyebrows. Take me a whole... Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I know. Here we go. Come on.
There is a massive financial war going on right now, and mainstream media will not cover it because they do not want you to know what the new financial system is going to be. Listen to what I'm saying. If you have any money in any bank account and are concerned for the financial well-being of your family, listen. There's something that's called a Clarity Act, where the biggest banks and financial institutions are currently fighting right now in Congress for specific law to pass in a way that they want to take complete control over our financial system. Your family, your life is at stake. Listen, the Clarity Act pretty much gives regulatory control over crypto. To put it in plain English, this allows crypto to be embedded into the most intimate parts of our financial system, and who gets to say what is literally being written into law right now. It is such a serious point that all of the banking system are fighting currently right now as we speak. The same literal financial system that your children are going to grow up in is being fought for right now. The most important financial...
Do we talk about a lot about finances over here and what they about to do with it? Did we? Okay. Remembers my cousin coming on here back in 22. I think it was 22. And she sent me the video of all the cars in Oklahoma when the power was out and everybody was lined up at the gas station. Do you guys remember? And then since then we've seen God knows how many. You said physical money will have still have worth, but gold and copper will have more worth. No. I gotta disagree with you. Food, flour, rice, salt, garlic, salt, sugar, cornmeal, cooking oil. I'm going to show you why. Look here. I'm about to show you why. See if we can find old boy. See if we can find old boy. Where are you? There he is. Y'all know he dropped a F right.
Breaking Fuck the News. I had an opportunity to speak to somebody who's on the ground in Gary, Indiana, and the surrounding areas dealing with what's currently going on with the blackout that is now on day 9 or 10, I believe, of the blackout. And he gave me a lot of context information you guys are going to want to hear.
To be completely honest with you, the area that got hit the absolute worst of the tornado is probably one of the richest areas in Northwest Indiana.
Okay.
Yeah, but which is weird because they have a slated date to where they're gonna get power, but Gary is different, man. Gary still doesn't. My city still doesn't have a date, and specifically, if you look at NIPSCO's website, it doesn't say Gary, Indiana, and a date where they're supposed to get service. But the same areas that got hit in this weather pattern got hit a couple weeks ago, and we were without power 5 days ago, or not 5 days ago, but for 5 days earlier in the summer.
Right.
So this is my second.
Here's some rapid fire ones for you. Is there looting? Okay, so what do you guys? So groceries and stuff like that's just out the window. Nothing.
No. There's now
the city, Eddie Melton, the mayor of Gary, my Councilman Tolliver, who's out here, and those guys, the fire chief, Tillman, they're doing a really great job in reaction to it. But NIPSCO, which is the power company, it's so messed up. Like, they just play in our faces. Like, this is the second time we've been out of power within a few months. So, do you know anything about, like, the hospitals in Gary, or how many hospitals are? I don't know the hospitals in Gary, but I know the ones that are, like, just right outside of it. So, like, they also not have power, or would you know that information? Okay, so yesterday my business partner was talking to me about Munster that got hit the hardest. And the tornado actually went through Munster, and my understanding is with NIPSCO, they...
Remember, it's me telling you they're not coming. Money is going to have absolutely no use. Gold is going to have absolute diamonds, jewels. You can't eat that stuff. That stuff is going to be useless. And the Bible told us it would. Rare jewels, gold, silver, that stuff ain't going to be useful. You can't eat it. If it ain't no food, what good is gold and copper going to do? Nothing. If you don't have water to drink, what good is gold going to do? You won't be able to call no one. Hello. You said my husband is in Munster, and the hotel he's in just got power a few days ago. The rest of the area is still out. Miss Duncan, what good are any of those things going to do? You better have 40 pounds of wheat, 100 pounds of beans, 200 pounds of rice, 300 pounds of salt and sugar, okay? Because those are two things. Whether they say sugar is bad, blah, 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 you still need natural sugar, you still need salt. You said the book of Eli say it. Listen, all of them. The scripture. What you need to be storing up on is, and learning is, you need to buy a book that teaches you how to make bread, because the internet's not going to be around. A book that tells you how to clean meat, store meat, those type things. Those are going to be the important things. You said our lake is still empty, full of pretty green grass, very high and thick. Wow, auntie. You said your essential is going to be worth more than gold all day long. All day. Yeah, I have, Wally. It didn't interest me very much. I watched it. The only part of that movie that made my feet wiggle is that they was growing food through the baseboards. That was it. The rest of it... made me think about the guy from Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm sorry, I said pirates. I got it. You said, well, there go mine is frozen. You know it. You said, I'm glad our stories. Some water because now Louisiana. You store some water because now Louisiana has announced that we're going through a drought. Interesting. You said back to the bartering if trustworthy, and I don't got nothing. I'm going to be looking hungry for real. If I got to go without eating for 3 days, eat one day, go without 3 days to make people think I don't got nothing, that's what I'm going to do. Because the moment they know you got something, the people that don't have have to get together and come get your stuff. I ain't got it. Just send them to the emails is the only thing I can say, Pumpkin. Do you see what they're doing? They're looting. There's no lights. If everybody know you got a way to cook and find food, I won't be doing that. Huh? Nigga, I know how to make myself look hungry now. I know how to do that. He said, I just got a big bag of whole wheat and white flour. I just got to figure out how to preserve it. Put it in the freezer. Put it in the freezer and then put it in Mylar bags. Put it in the freezer for 24 to 48 hours. It'll kill all the eggs, and then put you some Mylar bags in there. Oxygen absorbers, and put it in a Mylar bag. Seal it up. I don't know. All of the what's the names are going off right now. You said, I'm surprised I haven't seen it on TikTok. You said, I'm out here bad like y'all. That part. Nisi Poo, we've been rehearsing. Look. Hello. Hello, cousin. Yeah, they finally let us get some service for that. You said, have I seen what's going on out there? Yeah, I seen it. Huh? You said the stores is empty. Huh? For real? You said look outside. What's going on? Wait a minute. Is he? Baby, he done dropped the bread. They stomping on it. You eating the bread that don't even get break apart when you put it in what? Right. They fighting over the fake bread. Look at them. Look, being here like this. Hold on, y'all. Hello. Huh? You said the grocery stores is empty. You said what was that? Nothing. I was just getting a trash bag, trying to get some of this stuff out of here. Yeah, it's crazy. Huh? No, that's me ruffling the bag. What you mean? It sound like a chip bag. I'm just getting some plastic wares together, just trying to get it's crazy outside. What I'm rattling? That wasn't much or nothing. Cousin? You said hello? Okay, you said what? You said, do I got some extra? Hello? Hello? Cousin? I think you're breaking up, cousin. You said, do I got some extra? Huh? Hello? Cousin, I'm going to try to call you back at a better time because it is I don't know. They messing with us. You know they watching us. I got to go. Nigga start putting the phone. Cousin, can you hear me? Cousin, why do you sound muffled? Cousin, can you hear me? Hello? Hello, cousin, can you hear? Cousin! You said I started acting like that about 12 months ago. I'm trying to tell you. You said, did you see Goodbye World? That's in the movie. Someone told them all to go together. You said down and all the people, medication and food. Good movie. I didn't. Hello, cousin. Cousin, why I can't hear you? I can't hear you that good. Listen. You said sounds like survival of the fittest. See, y'all trying to be all friendly. I'm not. I'm about to play crazy. If I gotta make me some chocolate, right, and smear it on my face to make it look chunky, like it's something going on, and I'll be walking out there talking, are you hungry? Would you like some? Do you want some? No. Would you like some? It's nutritious. Nigga, I'm about to play crazy as I'll get out. What you mean? Nigga, whip me up some good chocolate, put a couple peanuts in it, break them up a little bit, and have me a little pack back here. You ain't saying? Smeared it all on my face so they just stay away. They don't even come up. That lady crazy, nigga. She be over there, and then she done wiped it and then licked it. Nigga, if something ain't right with her, no, y'all stay away from her. The whole time it's chocolate with a little bit of peanuts and stuff in it. I already been thinking about it. I'm going to keep her from over here. You said my phone is on D&D. Can't nobody call me. Listen. See, y'all ain't been thinking about how crazy you about to play, so the military just be like, oh, it's the old crazy person. They be outside on the roof in the middle of the night talking about, nigga, they gonna be like, nigga, she's crazy for real, nigga. I done already thought about it. Who are you talking to? Don't do that. Come here, Scruffy! Yeah! Ain't no dog. Ain't no... Scruffy, get over here now. Excuse me, can you help me with my dog? No, he's right here. He won't go anywhere. Let's go. Have me a string, pulling it and everything. Y'all don't know how to play crazy. The crazy people, even at the end of the world, they leave them alone. They don't go messing with them. So I done already been trying to figure out which kind of crazy person I'm going to be. You listen, you said TT Cheese just lit all the way out the car. Hey, look here. See, y'all ain't thinking about it. I already been trying to figure out, have flowers all in my hair, just skipping around and stuff. People gonna be like, does she know the world falling apart? Do you see it? It's beautiful. They gonna be like, oh, nigga, leave her. Don't even talk to her. You said you gonna show them crazy. Is. You said, I know what color crazy I'm about to be. Listen. They gonna be like, nigga, she came outside dressed all in white and then painted her face black. And she had these pretty lips on, like just big red lips, just walking. Hi! Hi! You said, I have tears on my stomach. Listen, hey, y'all playing. See, y'all thinking you just gonna be able to look normal and be okay. You're not. The crazier you are, the farther people stay away from you. That you be walking down the street seeing somebody talk to themselves right now. You're going to cross to the other side. That's what I'm looking for. Listen, you said I'm going to be 51, 52. You said almost Halloween. We got to practice that part. You said, listen, y'all don't want to do it right. See, y'all want them coming thinking you got good sense. They going to think I don't have none. The sky opened up today. Did you see it? There are beings coming through. They're coming to get us. No, I see them. They're little black guys. Do you? Oh! I think there's one right now. Let's go. Hurry. Come on. We got... Now I'm going to make a nigga walk off from me. You want to see it? I'm ready. I already been thinking about it. You said I'm going to bedazzle my eyelids. Right. These are my special eyes. They allow me to see all the beings that we really can't see. Would you like some? Would you like special eyes? I can help you. I'm trying to tell you. You said, I'm going to go outside and eat a clump of dirt right now. You said, and slurp an earthworm like spaghetti. This part. Would you like some spaghetti? How about meatballs? I made some. It's a little soupy. I didn't have much, but would you like to share with me? No? And then go right on in the house and eat my home-cooked bread I just made in a secret oven somewhere. Yeah. You said the tinfoil lash extensions. Come on. That part. They ain't gonna think we crazy. Don't bother her. She's in her own world. I think she lost it when the world went over. Right. You said I can smell the colors and the creepy voice. That part. That part. Listen. Y'all better get y'all crazy act together. So people stay away from your residency. Y'all ain't been thinking about. I've been thinking about all the ways. All of them. Nigga. Who said that? Right. Scruffy, get here now. I'm sorry that my dog's in your yard. They gonna be looking like, where the damn dog at? You don't see him? I'm sorry, he's prancing all over your grass. I've tried to keep him in my yard and he won't stay. If you see him over here, can you just bring him back to my house, please? Let's go, Scruffy. And a being got me a wire and put it on the rope. You know how the old invisible dog things used to look? Be shaking it and stuff, making it like he pulling away from me and everything. Y'all playing. Better get you some. You better get your crazy act together now. I'm trying to tell you, I'm not trying to be out here. Listen. Mm-mm. They gonna be like, you said shoes on the wrong feet, pants and sleeves, and a bib on backwards. This right here. You said I cussed my dog out so bad. Hold on. The other day you said when he took off running to the neighbor's house, my neighbors felt like I was cussing at him. Hilarious. This part. This. Just as crazy. You better get your crazy act together. Go on and do it. Go on and do it. Don't even worry about it. Just go on and do it. Do it. That done got me out of breath. I've been thinking about it though in real life, y'all. Cause what we about to do? What we gonna do? It's one more thing.
They're taking away our food.
That ain't it.
All right, JP Morgan is now warning that because of the massive fertilizer shortage, the global food crisis could be hitting as soon as early 2027. Now, this is something I talked about a little while. All right, JP Morgan is now warning that because of the massive fertilizer shortage, the global food crisis could be hitting as soon as early. All right, JP Morgan is now warning that because of the massive fertilizer shortage, the global food crisis could be hitting as soon as early 2027. Now, this is something I talked about a little while back, but a lot of people discounted it because it's something that takes a little while to hit compared to gas prices. But it's still something that's extremely important too.
Did it say the local food crisis? Did it say the national food crisis? Or did it say globally? Did we talk about global? Did God tell us that every single thing that was going to be happening was going to be happening globally? The food shortage would be global. Y'all think it's a coincidence that the water is disappearing when everybody started making their own gardens? Huh? In the last 4 years, even young people, like young babies, have been starting gardens. People have been trying to become self-sufficient, and all of a sudden it ain't no water. Well, it's hard to grow vegetables with no water, no fertilizer, no. Hello. How many of you, when you first got over here, we talked about compressed red clay rocks or lava rocks that have nutrients to grow certain vegetables? Do y'all remember, just in case you have to make some type of hydroponics thing on the inside and you can't use the dirt? We talked about compressed red clay rocks or whatever that are used for growing. And everybody was like, you don't need that. You can just grow outside. And I said, you might not be able to. It might not be safe if you want to live. You might not even be able to go outside. You think those might be useful now if you do have access to whether it's clean water or not, because vegetables grow near dirty water. Vegetation grows near dirty water. So that's, as long as it don't got too much salt and other stuff in it. You said, I'm doing that right now. Oh, okay. Isn't that crazy? Organization, yeah, well, in this time, I ain't even gonna hold you. Other than a few people in here, as far as like, I don't trust getting together with nobody that ain't been prepping. If you ain't been prepping, I don't want to get with you in wouldn't be in community with you. And that's just my take. That might sound mean, but I don't. Because those are always the people in the movie that try to unalive you because they didn't prepare. Or they always trying to take more. They gonna drink all the water because they didn't have to store it. Now, if you already got your stuff together, boom, let's go. I see that back to back. But if you don't have nothing and you didn't believe until right now and didn't, that's scary. Because then you will be hiding stuff. You're going to take inventory. Okay, so what all do we have? We don't have nothing. You said, right, because I do not have time for jealousy when you have the same time that I did to do the same. Okay. How many times have you seen the people come in and they really scheming, acting like, oh, we're in this together. Whole time they scheming to get your stuff. They start to take more of the rations. They don't listen when you say we have to ration this food out. They eating like you know it's going to be some food tomorrow. I went through that in my marriage, honey. When COVID hit, I told y'all, 2020, I used to tell my ex-husband, like, hey, don't go in there. That's for nothing's going to happen and you need to calm down and blah, 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 blah. And then the store started going empty. And I was still having to tell you, don't go in there and open 10 bags. If I was here with you, I was going to starve. I'm so grateful he's not around right now. Thank you, Jesus. Hate to say it. He fought me tooth and nail about all of the survival stuff that we needed during 2020. Just think of what he would have did in this last 4.5 years with me trying to store rice and all of those. I left so much when I moved. I had probably over 30 cans of Nido, y'all, that don't go bad, and I left them. And I'm not talking about the little ones. I'm talking about the big ones. You said I've been around snakes in the streets and locked up with them. I know what you're talking about. Listen, they be your buddy to see what you got. You said one thing that helps would be to save leftovers and dehydrate. Need to do more. Yeah. You said amen. SMH. Blessed child. If they do you dirty while it's good, what you think they about to do when the world is ending? If they'll try to go ahead of you, you tell them something, they try to do it before you. Right now, what you think they about to do when the store's been empty for 3 months? When it ain't been no gas for 2 months and they come to your house, ain't no electricity running through the city, and they come to your house and this it, and you don't want to give them one. What you think they about to do? They tired of their kids being in the dark. They tired. They is tired. They come to your house. Well, don't come visit me. That's why I want no visitors now. No, where you at? Don't worry about it. Well, we ain't came and seen you. I'll come see y'all. You hear me? You said, right now, you said they ate most of my supplies, 25 pounds of rice and gallons of oil and seasoning. Are you serious, LaRon? Get it and put it in your shoe boxes. Go get some stuff go get some stuff. That makes me angry. Because they don't believe. And that just made all the hair on my body stand up, honey. Nephew, I went through it during COVID. I promise. I was so angry. I used to be furious. I'm talking about just opening water, leaving water bottles open. I'm like that. And y'all think I be on here just acting crazy. Here goes somebody that it happened to already and stuff ain't even got bad yet. He said learn to put food in suitcases and in shoebox. I'm trying to tell you. disguise it. I'm thankful for y'all too for listening. Cause baby, it ain't one thing.
Keep in mind and prepare for, because it's all but locked in at this point, even if it takes a little while to play out. A fertilizer shortage is not something that you can just reverse because it affects crop cycles. Once plants are in the ground at a certain cost, there's really no changing the output of that. One of JP Morgan's senior global economists stated that the rising fertilizer prices could end up raising food inflation by 4 to 5% across the globe. And that is a significant and compounding price increase, especially as it's across the entire global supply chain. And also, that would be on top of the food inflation that we've already seen. Recently, it came out that in the U.S., food inflation has gone up 30% across the board in just the past 5 years. And now with this fertilizer shock, we're about to see another baseline 5% on top of that, and rapidly. And also, this is going to be a long, drawn-out issue as well. JP Morgan, as well as others, have estimated that the damaged fertilizer and natural gas facilities will likely take up to 5 years to get back up and running. And with the Iran war and the Ukraine on top of that, and rapidly. And also, this is going to be a long, drawn-out issue as well. JP Morgan, as well as others, have estimated that the damaged fertilizer and natural gas facilities will likely take up to 5 years to get back up and running. And with the Iran war and the Ukraine war nowhere near ending, these issues are all likely to get worse instead of better. And then on top of all of that, they also state that a strong El Nino could end up disrupting crop cycles by adding drought or heavy rainfall, or extreme rainfall, that is. And all that together is really why we're looking at such a big and inevitable problem.
Did we? Did we? Did we talk about all of that? Everything that he talked about. We didn't necessarily say fertilizer, but we knew for a fact, one, because all the vegetables aren't being planted, the earth is already producing less because of all of the foreigners that left back to their countries that used to work our farms in America and around the world. Now, on top of that, not having nobody work the farm, so they're going to produce less, we got no fertilizer. Oh, okay. Which is why I believe they used our fertilizer, and then boom, another virus. Come on. Come on. Come on. Another, listen, it's you can sit here and act like it's not happening because you can still go shopping and wait till they turn your money off. Do not be the silly person that says, I am going to wait until it happens to deal with it. While there is stuff still in the stores, instead of tricking off your money on the weekends, popping out with your friends, go buy some rice. Go buy some flour, salt, sugar, water. Okay? All of those things matter. You said we had no warning. The wind was so intense too, and the lightning didn't stop even today. You silly if you still tricking money off on electronics that you ain't even gonna be able to use if you ain't got no solar power or batteries or something. You said I hit those food pantries. Come on, you said I just bought sweet bell peppers in here cooking. They so pretty on the outside and cut them, and they were mildewed in the middle. No way. Did we talk about the food not being good? We did. You said we had a tree fall from lightning and it didn't go through the house or the neighbors only. God is good. He kept y'all safe. Listen, better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Come on, T. You said mine didn't have any seeds today. Shaking my head. So over it. Janae. Honey, strawberries like that too. Did he tell us that this is why he had us buying the dried vegetables and fruits and stuff and drying them ourselves, bell peppers, onions, and mushrooms and stuff? Nigga, I don't care. I'll be crazy all day long because it ain't about to be nothing to get. I said, well, that's interesting. It's one other video that I wanted y'all to listen to. Then I'm going to get out y'all here. I ain't even gonna keep y'all that long. I just want y'all to see what I saw and see if you Oh, I saw this yesterday. Listen.
First of all, you should know that in 2021, Greenland passed a national moratorium, a national ban on all future oil exploration. Nevertheless, after Trump got elected to go back and serve a second term as president in the United States, and he started talking about forcibly taking over Greenland for some reason, a new company formed in Texas called Greenland Energy.
Well, you said I got food from a friend's garden and it's rotting within a week. Listen, it's a real thing. My orange had one seed. Listen to this. You said you heard about they harboring certain seeds. Yeah, they been. We got our own.
That's not stuff. Greenland, Texas. It's Greenland as in Greenland. And Greenland.
You said I went to the store to buy mayonnaise and it was all $8 a jar, and that's why we got oil and lemon and eggs.
Energy said they were going to drill for oil in Greenland. In June, a representative from Greenland Energy turned up in Greenland, in the part of the untouched Arctic, no roads, eastern Greenland, where these guys want to drill. And they announced to the villagers there that this company, this Texas company, had permission. They announced that they have permission. They at least secured the legal right to start bringing their equipment, their oil drilling equipment, to this untouched Arctic area of Greenland. After those remarks in eastern Greenland, the company later apologized and said actually they didn't have permits to do that. They put out a statement sort of correcting the record saying, quote, "Our enthusiasm for the project led us to communicate in a way that created confusion." So forget we said that. What really created confusion locally was when this happened. This is a picture of a tugboat bringing in a barge to that area of eastern Greenland. And the barge appears to contain about 12 or 15 shipping containers worth of stuff. These photos were obtained by a Danish investigative outlet called Danwatch. They show this tugboat and this barge arriving full, totally loaded, on the night of Wednesday, July 29th. Then, the same tugboat and the same barge are seen leaving that same place the next morning, except this time empty. Because all of those shipping containers, all of that equipment that was on the barge heading in, they apparently left all that stuff on land. Now, the government in Greenland had said explicitly that this American oil company didn't have, quote, permission to unload anything at all, to unload anything whatsoever in Greenland. In fact, before the pictures were published showing that tugboat and barge leaving empty after apparently dropping off all that.
What y'all think? Oh, someone else's soil? You have permission? Yeah, okay. I bought a container of spinach a month ago, and it still looks like it did when I got it, girl. Ain't that crazy? When we just, now we know why they want, who knows now why they want Greenland? Is it for the drilling? We know why they want Greenland, don't we? You don't know why they want a country girl? I'm going to show you. It's the scripture that says it was going to be like the days of Noah. And Rika found this information, I believe, for us. I think it was Rika. This is why they want Greenland right here. And it's been sitting in our face this whole time. And we ain't know. This is why they want Greenland right here. Take a screenshot. You see Greenland, and you see Norway, and you see Iceland. They've been talking about this a lot. But look at what's in front of Greenland. The islands, there go the North Pole right there. The islands of the worm men, bear men, bird men, satyrs, lice men, spider men, jackdaw men, fly men, magpie men, parrot men, and ape men. Interesting. That's why they want Greenland. And if you go look at your map right now, if you go look at your map, they want the supernatural beings for this end time war. That's what they want. The people that have been locked up above the ice wall. You might want to go check that out. That's why they wanted Country Gal. Ain't that crazy? All the beans that they've been telling us. And look, for those of you that think we're crazy, because you know they think we're crazy, I'm about to show y'all. Just so you don't think I'm all the way nuts. This is our map. We recognize this map, but what we didn't recognize is all the light pieces that's actually land and not covered in water like they lied and told us, right? Boom. All of those light blue pieces are actual land. This is why they said our land masses that we live on are actually bigger, but they only show us the part they want us to see, right? That's what they tell us, right? That's all land mass. It actually is not. So let me show you something. No, these are the beans that have been around for a long, long time. Now look here. I'm about to show you something. It's going to be hard to see. Hold on. I found my handy dandy tool. Let's see if we can see them. See them right there? They real light. Trying to get this angle right. There we go. You see them in there? You can see them. Hold on. There we go. You see the little, you see them right there next to Greenland? The islands? Right there. See how they just hid them all nice and sweet? There they go. The fake islands that are not supposed to be real, how did they get on that map? You see them right there? Right next to Greenland. See them little islands right above Iceland right there? Ain't that crazy? How did they hide those from us this whole time? Because they told us only look at the colors. But when you go get old maps, you see something different. So the same thing that's in that book, Imaginary, the Dictionary of Imaginary Places, is not so imaginary because it's on our real map. Okay? You're welcome. All of this space on your map, on your world map. Hold on, y'all. All of this space on your world map that's light is actual land that they just don't want us to go to. This is why they say America is bigger, because it is. Look at that. That's off of California. Look at all that land right there. See the white? All of that you see, and it connects every single continent. Because how is South America connecting directly to the Arctic or Antarctica? Oh, there go Atlantis right there in the middle. They lied and told you it was gone, but they can show us everything that happened there. That's because they be there. You see that? All of this connects. All of it do. All of those pieces that are, they just made them light and told us it was underwater. But do you know that for a fact? No, you don't. But when you go get all the old maps, it's right there in your face. And we just figured it out. I said, wait a minute. All of these islands, we all still connected. Look. South America, boom. Do you see how it's connected right there? It's not unconnected. They could walk from South America to West Antarctica. Oh. You can also walk. You see, you can walk from Africa to South America. See where they connect right there in the middle? Oh. Oh. He said, hey, y'all, what if they use those beings in the horror movies to really be unaliving them on camera? Yeah, after these classes we've been having, I was sitting back. Of course. Of course. So when they say that it's going to be just like the days of Noah, because the beings ain't went nowhere. They up north and in the tunnels under us. Remember I kept telling y'all, how can they make, somebody had to have seen that. I don't care what it is on a movie, somebody's seen it. It's too real. You can't just imagine stuff like that. And if the Bible is true, which I believe it is, it says there's nothing new under the sun. It also says that there was giants and stuff after the flood. Okay? There was lion-headed men after the flood. You said you can see it a little better on Google Earth. Okay, Paula. Look at your map. You will see that all the continents still connect. But they just told you they didn't, and they showed you what to see. They put all of this here in color so that you wouldn't pay attention to the super light parts that still connect. Hello. That's why they over there in Greenland, because they need those beings. Not for the oil. They could give 2 F's about the oil. They need those super soldiers that's over there. And on all the other places, because not just up there. It's all the places that they don't want to show us on the map. They showed us, but they're not really there. Oh, those are the secret labs and where we seen that unicorn at, and we seen that being, and everybody's like, oh, it's AI. Is it? Okay. There's restricted waters. There's restricted mountains. There's restricted airspace. You can't fly over it. It's a reason for all of that. There is a reason. Yeah, they never left. So all these beings that we've been seeing, it's time for them to come out. Why is the Grand Canyon? For that exact reason. I lived in Arizona too. It's all kind of weird stuff that happened out there. It's making the hair on my body stand up just thinking about it. Yep, good. Yep, you did that, didn't you? Yeah, all my kids was born in Arizona. Listen, yeah, I already know about the spiritual things that happen there. I've had plenty of experiences. That's why I got the heck out of there. Right. Right. So, understand. Get ready. And now y'all see why people's hearts about to be given out with fear. Huh? And because AI is out, don't nobody want to believe. Well, that don't got nothing. Just because you don't believe it don't mean it ain't the truth. And it's always something deeper than what you thought. I wonder why they not letting me show y'all. That's crazy. I wonder if they took it down. That's wild. Hold on. I promise y'all, all the videos that we need to see, they doing something with them. I can see. That's crazy. Wow. Let me see. That's crazy. Well, I'll just tell y'all about it because I don't remember who did it. But they're getting ready to open up a 3,000 bed camp for kids. I do download them and save them. They take them out of my phone. They take them out. They're opening up a concentration camp for kids. It's gonna be 3,000 kids. They said 8 to 10 kids per room, and they're not letting the kids out. They're gonna yeah. So the pedo people is about to open up a kiddie playland, and it's all the people that they took their parents, and there's no parental whatever. Yeah, I can't find the video. I tried to see if it was gonna let it be in my repost, but I guess they done took it down. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, maybe y'all can find it. It's not letting me, but I tried to save it, but I guess they didn't already got it. So, because it's not in my camera that I can see, which is odd because I know I saved it, reshared it, and tried to download it. So, there's that. Now, one last thing. This is supposed to be a devil scroll, y'all. Look what's on it. This is a snake, by the way. I don't know if y'all saw this. Hold on. Ready? You see something familiar? Hold on, let me go back. Tell me what you see that's familiar. This is written on the inside of a snake, too, just so you know. This is on the inside of a snake skin. I said, now that is interesting to have on the inside of there. Don't you think? Look out. See how they unrolled it? It's called a snake scroll. Wonder why that's there. Interesting. You see all that? And the fallen angels in there? That's interesting. Look. I'm going to take y'all through the whole thing so y'all can see it too. Wild and scary. Come on. That's interesting. Y'all seen it? You said no wonder God don't want us to eat the slithering things. You see it? I used to live in Vegas and SoCal, and you see some strange stuff in the desert in those hills. Yes, ma'am. You seen it with your eyes? It be stuff right in front of our face we don't even pay no attention to. This is on the page is Achilles.bc1. Achilles.bc1 is the page here. That's what it say. Achilles.bc1. Like one in the number, not ONE. You said guess snake skin is used in various ways. No thanks, right? Ain't that crazy? What y'all think about all of this? Huh? So was y'all being real crazy or just trying to put y'all on back in the day when I said you need to open your eyes up to signs and symbols? You just follow them? You need to open your eyes up to signs and symbols that surround you. It's a lot of people that's about to be deceived right now. It's a lot of people that's being deceived as we speak. Hello? That's why this one world government, they gonna fall right in. Because they don't know how to stand alone, one. You said, I'm trying to wrap my mind around it. Baby girl black, listen. It's a real thing. It's a lot of leaders out here, but where they leading you to? Huh? It's a lot of people preaching, but what they saying? Because a lot of people is telling people, let's get ready to get out here. And in the native land of Palestine right now, they are marking people with numbers on their forehead, on their forearm, and on the front of their hand. Wonder how many pastors going to talk about that on Sunday? Because it's important, and it do have to do with salvation. Oh, okay. You said, I'm thankful for finding your page. You said, because my eyes is wide open now. Come on. You said you've been putting ninjas on your whole life until half. I told my family about 9/11 before 9/11 happened. I told them about the war that came after that, too. I had a dream. Remember I told you I had a dream that I was army crawling? And I was saying, the war is coming, and everybody, all my family members was laughing at me. This was end of March, beginning of April 2001. 5 months later, the world was at war. We was at war with what's the name? And he was like, cousin, remember you said? I said, yeah, y'all never listened to me. Ever. That part, mystery of y'all. For real. I told you when I was a little kid, I used to be telling my homeboys younger, when I was out in the streets, like, hey, nigga, my stomach moving, I'm about to go. Oh, you got to boo? No, nigga. It's about to go down. I can feel, all the hair on my body is standing up. You can't even see. But I got goosebumps right now. Yeah. And that's why I didn't really have a lot of friends. You said, especially, you said you did tell us to write down your dreams and date. Yeah. Because I told y'all about all the people's houses flooding. I kept seeing, and it was houses. Remember I told y'all it was neighborhoods. It wasn't it was neighborhoods that was flooded, and it was all this dirty water. Remember? I told y'all. You said a prophet is without honor in their own heart. Yeah, in their own family. I only got like 3 or 4 family members that believe me. Outside of my children, and they right now, I don't know what they on. I can't worry about it though. I did my part. You said the hair on my eyebrows is standing up. I can't worry about it. As much as I love people, I had to come to the conclusion that if you don't want to do nothing about it, you said you don't dream. Everybody is not a dreamer. You might have other gifts. You said, I don't understand how people can't see what's going on. Auntie, they would rather believe a lie. You said, I just went back and watched it. Did you catch the medical symbol in there too? Listen. That's why I said there's a whole bunch of them in there. You said like being swallowed up in water or tornadoes. This is my thing, family. And I'm about to go because I'm about to go finish watching our homework, which is 6. The Mark Unleashed on Tubi. It's the number 6. The Mark Unleashed on Tubi. That's the homework. You said I just helped my brother interpret his dream today. Thank you. You said my dreams are a lot. Mine are too. That's why I write them down. Because I used to try to hold them in and stuff, but I started realizing that a lot of the stuff that I dream, like, I don't just dream about world events. I dream about pregnancies. I dream about people dying. I dream about all kinds of stuff. And so, yes, that's what, oh yeah, nephew, you want me to spoil it a little bit? You said I dreamed about dirty water in neighborhoods too, so are we dreaming the same dreams? Nicole, You act like mine, Nicole. Every time I move, you're right here. Every time. It don't matter. Listen, I want to tell you about my studies because I went over there because of you and my son. Hello. And I found some interesting stuff in the Japanese community. I found some interesting stuff that made me think about something, Nixie Pooh. And I don't know the Japanese community all that well, so I figured you and my son can help me. So I was doing some homework. I'm gonna run to the restroom, and if you got about 30 minutes, about 20 minutes, you want to help me, and you can help me understand. Maybe I'm sure you probably have touched on some of it. And mind you, this is brainstorm, looking up, okay? Because I don't know nothing about it, just a little bit. Just hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta go blow my nose. You said I told someone about the Book of Enoch and the lost books. They didn't want to hear it. I don't know how long you've been here, but when I first got over here and people used to be trying to argue me down, guess what I used to tell them? I'm only talking to the people that's listening. And the people that are listening and the people that listened are prepared for the things that are coming mentally, physically, financially, because they ain't gonna have to worry about no money because they've been picking up their stuff. And even if they don't have every single thing that they need, they are more prepared than most people on this planet right now, except for like the folks that got stupid dumb money. But do you hear me? I'm still only talking to the. You ain't gonna see me arguing with nobody on here. Now back in the day, I used to be trying to argue people down. I didn't realize. I'm only talking to the people that's listening. And that goes for my family, my friends, everybody. I do not call my friends and say, I used to send them, they ignored me for years. Now I feel like a lot of them too ashamed to call. I feel like a lot of them too ashamed to call. I was telling all my friends, I said, ain't nobody about to be working. It's about to be a depression. You need to, don't spend money on trips. Don't spend money on BS. You need to be stocking these things. A lot of people, when they started kind of, they was like, I ain't worried about it. I'm coming with you. I only prepped for me. All the other prepping I did was for my children. And that was me sitting for weeks making soup mix and all kinds of stuff. Dehydrating 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds during the holidays of vegetables and stuff like that while they on sale for $2 and $3 a bag. See, we didn't waste our holiday seasons turning up and getting toe up. We wasn't we, y'all? Soon as the holidays come, what was we doing? Onions, tomatoes, potatoes, all the root vegetables that they sell around the holidays and they mark them way down. Yeah, while everybody else was turning up and getting cute, we was in the house dehydrating, boiling, steaming, all of that, canning. We wasn't playing. Oh, I know why. You said before we leave, can everyone say a prayer for my son? He has to have surgery on the 31st. Absolutely. That's my baby daddy birthday too. We handle our business over here, and do we definitely will, Miss Duncan. Pray for our nephew. He is having surgery on the 31st. Please. You're welcome. You said some, and people think I'm crazy. Think whatever you want, right? While I'm eating on my. You call me crazy how you want to. I got cornmeal so I can make corn chips if it ain't none in the stove. Huh? I'll be that kind of crazy. Uh-oh, now wait a minute, girl. Don't be dropping no chips on the floor. Hold on. You said I tried to share what you shared with us, but only a select people listening and got the books, the ones in my circle who seek knowledge, right? It ain't for everybody. Listen, okay. Hopefully this will give you some solace. Okay? Relief. Right? You ready? Hell is enlarging itself every day. Heaven is not. I'm going to say it again. Hell is enlarging itself every day. There is a selected amount of slots. Yes, a selected amount of slots. The homes have already been built. The neighborhood is already put together for heaven. God already knows exactly how many people are going. Hello. It didn't say heaven is getting larger and larger. It said it's barely anybody gonna be there. While folks is doing this right here. Hold on. This is where they begin, y'all, right here. Watch this. Everybody ain't going. And at the funerals, that's what they gonna play. But everybody ain't going. I don't know why y'all be letting them preach everybody into heaven, because that is a lie from the pit of hell, because God said very many people ain't getting in there. That's what he said. Hello. I was about to I couldn't find my white gloves. I took them in the room. Every person that died, and we know we gonna see them in heaven another day. Oh, hallelujah. Everybody say amen. We know he's smiling down on it. You a smiling down lie. If it was that easy, there would be no tests and trials. You a smiling down lie. We know we gonna see him again. Yeah, in Judgment Day. Maybe not after that. You're going to recognize everybody on Judgment Day, because your consciousness don't leave. Now, whether you will see them after Judgment Day is questionable. They preach every single person that died. Oh, I know they going to heaven. We're going to see them again. Will you? I don't know if I'm going to eat. I don't know. Oh, okay. You said, oh, we're definitely going to see the King. Judgment. Right. You said, yep, the path to heaven is narrow and few find that path. Come on. You said, my sons are incarcerated. I shared what I learned here. He got his friends on it. I'm proud of these young soldiers of the Lord. Come on, Phaedra. Yeah. You said nephew is incarcerated. That ain't stopping nothing. He getting it in. You know what I'm saying? Got his homeboys learning. Ain't that crazy that free and willing people don't want to learn? Huh? Oh, okay. Everybody talking about they are this and they are that and they chosen and they listen. I just want to get in, and I'm not that. No, you can't put everybody in heaven, because God said hell is larger than itself. It never said it was. Hey, never said it was. Heaven was getting larger. It said it's harder to get in there, and it ain't a lot of people. So why y'all keep putting everybody there? Liars. You said they preach every pastor into heaven, no matter how many of them are PDS. You said, you know what? Never mind, girl. They preach everybody into heaven. Look, it don't even matter if you knew they sins or not. They lie and say everybody is going. I ain't about to sit here and say that, because I don't even know. Like, we would not have to have Judgment Day if everybody was going. There would be no need. There would be no need for Judgment Day. If everybody was going, we wouldn't need Judgment Day. You will have a ticket already. Listen. That part. Listen. You said I want to be chosen on this list of coming on in, my daughter. That part, sis. Y'all better quit listening to these pastors telling you because you faithful to a seat in church or organization or a building, that means you're faithful to the body of Christ or to God. Just because your pastor smile on you don't mean God is. Oh, okay, there's the difference. You said, I pray he let me in. I'm trying to train K up so he can have a chance to. This part. Only a remnant. Come on, girl. And these pastors is preaching folks in, baby, every day. We gonna see them again, yeah, on Judgment Day. Who knows after that? Y'all better quit letting them lie to you. It's your soul that's in jeopardy. You need to study for yourself. You need to understand, because you got the same Holy Ghost, hopefully, that supposedly they got. Now, I ain't gonna say the same spirit, because a lot of them people do not have God's spirit. But we're gonna move on. You said, I want to know the real answers and real truths. That part. You said they don't even know the definition of remnant, obviously. They can't. They can't. Because ain't no way you going to sit there in God's pulpit unless it ain't his. Preaching folks into hell. I'm trying to tell you. They don't want to hear it from me, though. Who ordained her? The Lord. Yahweh. You hear me? The creator of everything you see and know. That's who did. Because he knew I'll bust a nigga head to the white meat with this word. You hear me? I used to be a little timid. Now I'm not. I don't care. Because guess what? When I get to heaven, and I'm talking about the Judgment Day part of it. One thing I don't want on my list is, I didn't tell y'all. because I wanted the money or I wanted the fame or I wanted the, no. Now I got my own stuff I'm going to have. But if it comes to this group, I told them. It wasn't easy to get in. I told them, you better work on yourself. I told them, don't be worried about all that other stuff because it ain't going to matter. So I'm about to get burned up. Anyway, I told them. I did not tell them lies over here. I told them what it was, Dad. Was it uncomfortable? Yes, because they was throwing stuff at me. Like boats and stuff. I still came back every day. I came back every day. You said when I tried to talk about it with my friends, they said that they're going back to the first father. Oh, okay. Spooky. So who the liar, the pastors or God? Tell me. Who ordained you, buddy? I just started talking about God one random Wednesday. Listen, this part. Listen, I'm just saying, who lying? If God say it's only a remnant going, and the road to heaven, you don't see a lot of people on it. Who is all these people that's filling up all these spaces? Because you got to remember, the remnant part is the people that was already here before us too, right? Y'all understand that. It's not just from each, no. It's from every person from Adam to the last person born. Tell me. So who lying? Can y'all find the scripture while I run to the restroom? Please. Can you find the scripture so we can see who's a liar and who's not? Sorry, y'all. There it is. All right. It says, a remnant will return, a remnant of Jacob will return to my mighty God. It said, and Isaiah cries out concerning Israel, though the number of the sons of Israel will be as the sand of sea. Only a remnant of them will be saved. Unless the Lord of hosts had left to us a very small remnant, we would have become like Sodom. He said we would have been made like some Gomorrah. Who is a God like you, who pardons sin and forgives the transgression of the remnant of his inheritance? Hence the scriptures is talking about, okay. 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 So all I'm going to say is this. Y'all better quit letting them people listen, do me a favor. Who want to take a challenge? If you got a pen and paper or something you can write on, grab it real quick. You said, can I get a prayer request to Dean and family? My mom, we found out she has cancer. It's fast moving. And my dad's devastated, 52 years. I keep telling her mom wanted her to stay, but not during the craziness. Yes, we will definitely pray that God's will be done. How about that? That's the best thing you can ever pray. Yes, ma'am. You hear me? We definitely will pray for healing, and healing can come in many forms, right? You said his original, yeah, but this is the thing. All of them ain't going either. Just because you the old Israel don't mean you going. That's not a thing. See, this is the thing. People, look here. Hear me out, okay? People think that by your blood or association, heaven, that's not how you get in. Okay? That's not how you get in. Do you hear me? That is not how you get in. Who thinks you like? Listen, do me a favor. Okay? Ask God to show you in the next 30 days. You said exactly. It literally says, though the sons be like the sand of the sea, only a remnant of them. Do you hear me? Ask God. If you think I'm tripping or I'm doing too much or whatever it is, okay, I got you. Ask God if you're heaven ready. Don't ask your pastor. Don't ask the prophet. Don't ask the bishop. Ask God to reveal to you if there is anything in you that will keep you out of heaven. If you're not scared. You scared? I need you to write it down. Don't just say it. Write it down so he can answer. You hear me? No, because I'm scared I might not get in too. Like, we don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. Okay? You don't know. None of us know what's going to happen in Judgment Day because we are not the person doing the judging. You said even if I am scared, I'm still going to ask that part. You said I'm scared, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. You said I'm asking now so I can correct myself. That part. That part. While we still have a chance to ask. Because what the old folks used to say, the door is closing. Don't let these pastors lie to you. I'm going to say it again. The same people telling you to support the people that are committing atrocities around the world in Jesus' hometown, home country. Your pastor is telling you to support the people. To support the people that believe that Jesus is boiling in his own excrement in hell. And I'm going to keep saying that because I don't think people really grasp that in their minds. That the people that your pastor is telling you we stand with believe that Jesus Christ, Yahshua, did not rise to the highest heavens, that he is boiling in his own poop in hell. That's what they believe. Wholeheartedly. Why in the world would your religious leader tell you to, and they say that Christians tell you to support somebody that believes that Jesus is boiling in his own boo-boo? Make it make sense. You said the question itself is deep. Just imagine the answer. Girl, listen. All the hair on my body standing up. You said Kate said something in swim lessons today that stuck with me. He said, I'm scared, but I won't let fear stop me. It was a time for him to jump in the pool. Come on. Come on. I love that little baby, and I ain't never met him, but you know his teacher. Love him. His teacher CERCA. Yeah, give him a big old forehead kiss for his TT. You said, and give me the same strength to make the corrections if I'm not ready. Come on. You said, I need to know so I can repent and get it right. Listen. You did not know that, Riley's mom? Go look it up for yourself. They believe that he is boiling in his own excrement, honey. That's why they will spit in your face if you try to tell them that he's the savior. And they call his mama a whore. Why is your pastor telling you, oh, the Christ is coming? Look it up for yourself. Y'all better start questioning them. Ask your pastor that's telling you that. I ain't trying to get you kicked out of church. Ask your pastor, why are they supporting people who believe that their Christ is in hell, boiling in his own poop? Ask them. I ain't even trying to be funny. Ask them. Why are you telling me to support people that believe that my Savior is in hell? Why are you telling me to support people that believe that my Savior is boiling in his own poop? Ask them. Ask them. Don't take my word for it like Lamar Burton said. I think that's his name. Go ask him. Matter of fact, any reverend that you know on social media, leave a comment and see what they say. You said that's crazy, and that statement doesn't even make sense, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? They call him JC Penny too. Listen, you can't even say his name around them. You cannot. You gotta call him JC. Yes, mystery of Yah. Yes. You said I don't go to church, but I'm about to bust. I got some pastors in my family. I'm about to bust their head with it. Ask them. You said I met a pastor that had a whole church and he doesn't believe nothing he preaches. We used to get him get into it every time I saw him. Some of them just call him the carpenter. They sure do. There was a J lady online that was mad at a street preacher not to talk about the Savior in front of her son. She looked like she was ready to fight. I saw her. So why your pastor that got the Holy Ghost telling you to support you realize that the land they're tearing up is where he was born. If he was important to you, don't you think you would want to preserve that space? I wouldn't want to tear up where Jesus was born. I would want to walk on every brick that he walked on when he was a kid while there. But these people are tearing up, demolishing the place where Jesus was born. That makes no sense. They are loving to see bloodshed. They are hanging people and all kinds of stuff in the land where Jesus. Don't that sound like something the Antichrist would do? Don't that sound like something the Antichrist would do to you? Oh. Why is you tearing up the Savior's homeland? Y'all, all the hair on my body is standing up. You said the full blown audacity. Listen. You said if you don't believe in Christ, aren't you the Antichrist? Yes. They Savior already here. That's why they did the cows and stuff. They know they Savior, he been here. And they about to unveil him to y'all. And y'all pastors gonna have y'all following the Antichrist. That's why they told you don't get no food. That's why they told you don't gotta worry about no water. Because they're signing you up to take the mark of the beast. Because how will you eat if there's no food? They told you, oh, don't worry about it. We don't have to worry about that. And then as soon as this man comes to power, they're going to say, oh, he's the world's leader and he's Jesus Christ reincarnated. We as a church are going to follow him. Crazy. Hey. They want to stamp out his life. They do. Scary, right? Go do, look, all the hair on my, y'all, I got goosebumps. I don't know if y'all can see them. I got goosebumps, baby. Don't let them people trick you. You said the only correct pastor now is the full word. You said the only correct pastor now is the full word, not just the 66. Listen, why would they do that? Y'all think that's weird or what? Do you think it's crazy? Am I tripping? That don't even make sense. That's like you telling me the person that just tried to unalive me to go marry him. You said if he ain't come from the sky with an unknown name on his thigh, you said then I don't know him. That part. You said his people really gonna perish due to the lack of knowledge. I learned this first. First class. Okay. Spooky. All right. On to this real quick so I can let y'all get ready for work. Nisi Poo, is you still here? So I was doing a little research over in the Japanese culture and I found some stuff that I wanted to share with you. Just so happened I picked up this book last night because I was just, looking around and stuff. And so then I picked up this book, Great Maps, right? Great Maps, the world's masterpieces, explored and explained. It's some good stuff in here. Okay. So I know I'm gonna butcher these names. Look over at me. Okay? You just help me. So katakana, Katakana, is the language that they use to refer to things that are not Japanese, right? This is what I learned. So if it's not a Japanese word, then the language that they use is katakana. I think I don't know if I'm saying that wrong or right. Okay, but that's how you spell it. Katakana, right? So I was looking at a map here in this book, and it took me on a whole this is what I got. All my writings, right? Okay. So look. I saw the name Ezochi, right? And it made me think, is that their name for Enoch? But it's not. but you know they play with the letters, right? Ezochi. And it's a Japanese name for the northern frontier region outside the direct central rule, right? Modern day Hokkaido or Hokkaido. I don't know how you say it. I didn't look up how to say it in Japanese. I'm just writing the English stuff, okay? So look, I was looking up, and it was some native people in the Kuril Islands, as well as the Sakhalin. You know this place, okay? And it's the land of Ezo or Ezo, right? And I'm like, okay. So it took me through all of this stuff. I'm not gonna make y'all go through everything, right? But I got down here to somebody named, okay, well, first, the Japanese Gilgamesh, Gamashu, Girgameshu, right? And they call him the king of heroes, right? And I said, oh, interesting, right? You probably know this already. Okay? So the Japanese have their version of Gilgamesh. And he is called Gameshu. Right. Look, my niece's like, okay, Auntie, you're doing it. Okay, good. So King of Heroes, I'm like, I know Japanese use the word hero a lot. Hiro, Hiro. It's Hiro. I mean, it's even in the show Heroes, Hiro Nakamura, right? So I looked it up, what hero means, and did I not write it down? Oh, it means wide, broad, abundant, prosperous, generous, and vast. So you know what I thought? Right? I thought about Nebo and Nebu. Like Nebu, right? And we know they play with the words, right? This is just me brainstorming these. Just hear me out, okay? So then, Nagas came, like Nagasaki, right? It was just like all these little things come into my mind. And I'm like, Nagas? Like niggas? Like negus? Like negos? I'm with the niggas tonight, and it feels alright. I said, wait a minute, Nagasaki. Right? So I digged a little bit deeper. You see what? I digged a little bit deeper, right? And look at this. Negus, Nagos, Negas, right? Sake, Sake, hear me now, is in Nambia, and it means matters, affairs, things, and business. It's also a town in the North Kivu province in the DRC, Congo, right? And I'm like, Nagos is the Yoruba people from West Africa in the Kivu region. Nagos, Sake, Negus, Sake. You said Oda Nabonga, is that Nabonaga? Was also called the demon Damayo and the demon king of the sixth heaven. Interesting. Just a little info. Thank you. Ain't that crazy though, niece? I said, wait a minute. Negus, the kings. Negus is kings. You said a lot of Yoruba words are Japanese because they went and settled there first. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. And I saw it last night as I was going through here. I said, wait a minute. Okay. Hero, you said Nobu and Naga just remind me of him when you said that. Oh, I believe it. But think about it. Right? Nebu, Nebu, could easily be Nobu. We see him play with the words all the time. Negus Sake. Kings of matters, affairs, things, and business. No? Because guess what? Sometimes we don't say niggas. Sometimes we say niggas. We say nigga. Nigga. I believe Nebu and Nebo is from like Nebu, Chad, Nazar. We know for a fact that these men, God would say that they ruled all over the earth. Now, what's wild, okay? Ninjas, right. What's crazy is when you go and you start searching, that the internet tells you that Japan wasn't nowhere around. Okay, but maybe it wasn't called Japan. It was called something else. You said exactly. And Nebuchadnezzar unified kingdoms and made an empire just like Oda Nobunaga. You said they could have been the same person. And Nobunaga, you said Nebunaga. Nebunaga. N-E, now you got N-O-B, what is it? N-O-B-U-N-A-G-A. And it could easily be Nebu. You said, but our big green book tells us it was. Exactly. They try to tell you that the Japanese empire wasn't even around at that time, but we know for a fact that the Asian culture was there. Now, was Japan called Japan? No. And guess what else I found? There was a race of people in 1800 that changed their name to Matsume. But they weren't Matsume at first, or however you say that. They were something else. And when they got over there, okay, once they lost the battle that I was looking at on that map, they changed their name. And what did they do? Start to colonize. At first, they was traders from like the north or something. And then once they integrated and they had a good trade route, they started to unalive the people that were there and take over them and make them their slaves. Could this be the fair-skinned Japanese that we see right now? This was in the 1800s. It was the Battle of Boshin. B-O-S-H-I-N. The language that they speak, I think it was the language of the giants that were there. Because look, Hiro, H-I-R-O. What if that was from Cairo? And I was like, you tripping, right? Okay, so look. H-I-R-O. And then they have a word C-H-A-I-R-O or C-H-I-R-O. Cairo. Kiro. No? If you take the C, the way they spell it now, H-I-R-O-O, H-I-I-R-O, H-E-E-R-O, H-I-R-O, I-R-O, C-H-A-I-R-O, C-H-I-R-O, and H-A-I-R-O. You said head equals head. Uh-oh. Do you believe it when it said Nebuchadnezzar ruled all over the world, or Nimrod when they ruled all over the world? So if they ruled all over the world, that means Japan too. See, what I realized and what I was looking at last night is they tried to only tell us that it was ancient Mesopotamia where they lived. No, they didn't. Because if the word says they went all over the world, that literally lines up with us finding ancient Egyptian and Persian buildings in all of these Near East places or in the East that they thought was a mountain. And when they go through there, they find out it's a whole temple. Oh, okay. You said Nabondius. Nabon, you said, oh, that is the dude from what's the name? You said, and there is a name in this green book. Yes. Nabonidus. Nabondius. You said, while in Polynesian culture, hero was a god of thieves and voyagers, and the name means trickster. Looked it up, Nisa. I got it in my notes. Now, guess what else? In Cindy, now we done got somewhere else. You right over there, right? You see it? In Cindy or kanji, kanji is another word for hero, and it means diamond. Now, why is that? You said I grew up in SoCal around a lot of Samoans. Interesting. Think about this. In Cindy, it means hero, but kanji, it means diamond. Well, we know diamonds are like the toughest or the hardest jewel. You said Yasuke was a samurai. Yasuke was a samurai, and Oda Nobunaga, 1579, the first black samurai. So y'all feeling what I'm saying? And high five. Y'all see? Because how are these names? Now I know that the people left Africa and went over there to Asia. I do know this. But when you look at the names in Africa, not just of the people, but of the places, of the practices, and then you kind of look and see how they could have easily went down and went around, because we know they had boats, or they could have walked because it's been connected. You said hero also means abundant, prosperous. So he had diamonds in abundance. Could that be because he had jewels in his skin? Nisi Poo, you right here with me. Which one of his Nabon Nassar? Right. All of these, you getting me now, niece? They played in our face. Because if they was conquerors and the warriors of old, they wasn't just conquering everybody in the what's the name? In ancient Mesopotamia. Do you see it? Nebu, Nebo, all of those prefixes and different sections of wording are in the Japanese culture. It's mind-blowing. I was like, what the heck? And I think this language of Katakani, Ka, katakana, or however you say it, right? I have a feeling it has to do with Canaan. Whether they gonna tell us or not. Okay? Because remember, the stories didn't change. The only thing changed was the way that the names were pronounced, but the stories are the same. And it's wild when you go and study these wars, because they pushed the indigenous out in the 1800s. And another thing, guess who they pushed out in this war? Guess who they pushed out? The Anu people. AINU. I went and looked up the Anu people. AINU. And I said Anu, like Anubis. All you gotta do is move the I, and it's ANU. Huh? And they say that the Anu people are the original inhabitants of the area, like Anunnaki. Oh. He said in the Japanese pop culture, Gilgamesh is the king of the heroes from the Fate franchise. Come on now. Ain't that crazy? Crazy, right? is it that the Anu or the Anunnaki folks was over there in the land, and they literally say the original inhabitants of the land. So the Anu they was everywhere, all over the world. You said, and the Anunnaki, the people of the sons of Anak. Yes. And Naki is that not something they use over there too? Naki or Na? Naki is a word they use too. But if you look at the Anu people, baby, it looked like my little thing that I had when I first came here. I said, and he from the south. I said, them your people's boy. I took a picture, honey. I said, oh, yeah, I can see it. You said, well, I clicked your name and a white woman came up with your name. Oh, yeah. Folks done stole my stuff. Oh, we're used to it. Let me show you. See, he looked like my little thing when I moved here. Hold on. Wait a minute. He got them same features. I thought it was Filipino, but maybe it's this. Mm-hmm. Oh, about to break my glasses. You said they are indigenous to Hokkaido. Exactly. The Anu is the original Anu language, means human or person, or opposed to Kamu or divine spirits. But look here though. Nisi Poo. Hold on. Look just like him. Look just like him. Look at that. You even got a bald head under here. Wears beard just like that. You see it? Everybody got a cousin that look like that. And a girl cousin, and they named her China. That the little show do. And he's short in stature. Like, listen. You said facts. I'm trying to tell you. Mm-hmm. Either China or Asia. Yeah. Ain't that crazy? Yeah, see? You thought it came from nowhere. I said, not you look like, wait a minute. And it's a high status Anu man, too. It says, while the view that the ancient Emishi, like the Imamim, is that what they call the Imamims? The Emins? E-M-I-M? The Amishi? Because over there is M-I-S-H-I. But in the Bible, they were the Emins, right? E-M-I-M or something like that. We know who built Machu Picchu. I know who built the giants. You said the emissions, as in the ones from Honshu. Look at. Could they have been the Emmons? Because you got to think. These were giant wars, and they were running each other out of they were territory wars. You said they were conquered by the Yamato Empire. Interesting. I don't even know who they are. I don't know if they're on my paper or not. But I'm just looking at, okay, you know they switch up names. Because we know that Egypt wasn't Egypt. It was Kemet. And before that, they've had several names. Once they were conquered, they got a new name. Like the Gulf of Mexico. I mean the Gulf of America. You said Madagascar, Sidi, and Khoisan people nowadays. Asiatic Africans. Okay. I'm just saying. And it would say they ran them to the north. They ran them to the east. They ran them to the south. They ran them to... We don't pay attention to the wars that the Hebrews was fighting. You said the Amishu were horseback riders and master archers. You mean like... You mean like them. Archers and horseback riders, like these guys, that was taking over everything. I think I just broke my book. Careful, Circa. Let's see what it says here. It says carts pulled on by ongoers, Asian wild donkeys, and oxen were first used in what is today Europe and the Middle East in about the 2500 BCE. However, it was not until about 1800 BCE, when the domestication of horses and the invention of the spoked wheel, that war chariots became truly effective, probably originating in Central Asia. Interesting. You said they became a constant feature of wars fought in China, India, the Middle East, and also the Aegean region and Central Europe. The Hittites, the Mitanni, the Egyptians, Canaanites, Assyrians, and Babylonians all fielded armies that included thousands of chariots. The Egyptians and Canaanites, like Kantakana, the Canaanites, part of the, never mind, tended to favor light two-horse chariots that were easier to maneuver, but could only accommodate the driver and the archer. Interesting. I did break my book, y'all. I did break it. You said that Mishu people and the Anu are also closely related. Like they married into families. See y'all they've been playing in our face this whole freaking time. The books. I said not they told us the Anunnaki or the Anu people was already over there. Ain't that crazy? Wild, right? It is. So I suggest, even though our Nisi Poo probably can run it all, we gonna have you teach us a class on Japanese culture. You and that boy of mine. Yeah, I think we should start looking into the names. Really. Because it's right there. When I saw that Nagasaki, and then I thought Nagos, it also made me think of Legos too. Not Legos, but Lagos, right? Lagos, Africa. I'm like, what the heck? Ain't that crazy? So they've been playing this whole time in our faces. Because I didn't even know that there was a place called Sake, Africa. Like, the country or a city or a region called Sake. I had no idea. And they play with the I and the E. Right? But we know for a fact that all human life started in Africa. You said it makes me think of the Jomon people of Japan. You said who were ancient culture. You said, girl, I got them wrote. You reading my paper over there, niece? Are you reading my paper? Not you reading my paper. I did write about the Jomon people. Listen, and I put Jomon -demon. Girl, if you don't get off my paper. Now, you know my handwriting is scratched. Look. Oh, you gonna get off my paper, girl. I wrote down Jomon, and then I put -demon. And then I put sin, S-I-N, -shin, S-H-I-N-S-H-E-N. Like the Sinites. Huh? Sure did. So you just saw, and then Sinar and Shinar and S-I-Y-A-N-U. The Sianu. You know about these people too? You all in my stuff, girl. You is all in my stuff. Auntie was doing her research. You proud of me? Look, is you proud of me? Auntie was on it. I was looking, girl, and I got a whole bunch of screenshots in there. I also looked up Ezoyezo. And it's a name suggestive of less civilized or culturally inferior people. Listen, you said, so that's why a lot of Japanese have the name with the name Shu, right? Jotun. Girl, we right there together, niece. I'm trying to tell you. Yes. I did. And went looking for the information to see too. You said that's also the old name for Hokkaido. Interesting. Interesting. Nisi girl, you all in my paper. What you the Lord that gave you super eyes. Cause you looking over here on my paper, I sure did write down. Cause I thought Jomon and Demon. I'm like, yeah, so it's Hokkaido. You right. Right. It's all right here. It's all right here, girl. So I looked up something else too, right? Because it was saying that the Sinites, hear me out now. The Sinites lived in the city of Sin, or Siyanu, close to Arca, at the foot of the mountain of Lebanon. So it made me think of the fire mountain, right? In Lord of the Rings. Now listen now. The Sinites, Sinites, lived in the city Sin, or Siyanu, Siyanu, right? Close to Arca. Arca means fire. We know that. The fire mountain at the foot of Lebanon. And then I put Shinar, and Siyanu, right? Now, it says Lord of the Rings, fire mountains, Sindarin, I guess is the language or the space. Sindarin. The names are Orodruin, Orodruin, or Ammon, Amarth. And I thought about Armon, where the angels came, right? And they made sin by making up in their minds. They cursed the earth by making up in their minds that they were going to go down this mountain and get with the women. Right? Because Shinar, or Sinar, or Siyanu, how do we know that's not all the same word? And then for Lord of the Rings not to be real, but their fire mountain is called Sindarin, or in that language. I just thought that was all so connected. And in Sindhi, or Sindhi, Sindhi, hero, you said that's funny because there's a place called Sayano, you said Yodokora, which is at a hot springs in Tokyo. Interesting. Say a no to Yodokora. Interesting. Yeah, and I might be far off, but I don't think I am, Nisi Poo. I think I might be hitting on something. If this is how I started with me, sin is in there, the sin therein. Come on. Sin, show is. But ain't that crazy though? Sin, like Shinzin, and Shin this and Shin that. What if it is some of the descendants of the Sinites? We don't know. Plenty of people was carried off the Shein at Raziel. And did y'all know that Jared Kushner is like part owner of that? Did y'all know? Shenzhen is a city in China. Right. I know. I was going to go there. But you know these people they intermarried and all of those different things. I'm just wondering. Did you know? He's one of the main investors in Shein. Yeah. Ain't that crazy? LT was supposed to go to Shenzhen in about 2014, so I could meet with the people at the places where I wanted my stuff to get made. You said, and remember there was a Shin dynasty in China. Yes. Yes, this is why I'm saying. This is why I'm saying. You said the revelation. You said 2.9 owner or part of. You said, huh? The rebel 2.9 are part of all evil. Interesting. You said they were also called the Shang Dynasty. Right. 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 So what y'all think? Y'all think they've been playing in our face or what, niece? Y'all think they've been playing in our face? You said they introduced writing and bronze metalworking. Interesting. You mean like the giants did? The children of the angels? Interesting. They've been playing in our face for a long time, family. A really long time. And because they told us to argue with each other and their culture is evil and their culture is evil, we couldn't look and find nothing. Because we was too busy arguing about, they made gunpowder too, pretty cool. I got it. Right? So you think about it, you said they were also known to predict the future using animal bones and fire. Interesting. You mean like divination? You said Astana, the pyramid with 200 fallen angels sits in Kazakhstan, is next to Asia. Interesting. Did you hear that? Astana, the pyramid with 200 fallen angel seats, is in Kazakhstan and it's next to Asia. Interesting. You said they also worship their ancestors. Interesting. You said it would make sense if their ancestors were angels. It would. Because a lot of them in them Asian cultures, they worship dragons, don't they? Hello. So what you think, Nisi Poo? You think I was so far off? You said a lot of the things on their culture is very interesting. Mm-hmm. Especially we got Japanese myths and tales back here, Persian myths, all of these myths. I guarantee you, all the African myths, they all be the same stories. You said not far off at all. Okay, I did good because I was like, and I just picked up my book. Remember, I told you I'll just pick up something, open up, and whatever's there, I just go studying. You said draconians. That's why many cultures follow draconian law. Interesting. Well, that was my works, and I got some more stuff on here that I wrote down, but I guess some other stuff. These names. It was talking about the Camino Kuni castle that was built by Nobuhiro in Takeda in the 15th century, and there was more than 10 castles built by these folks. And the Wajin, you said, as Oda in the modern day is the author of manga, anime, One Piece. You said, and he is spot on with what is and what was and what will happen. You know what it is. You said y'all helping me connect some dots. Well, good. That's what we come here for, brainstorming. Don't we, y'all? We come here to brainstorm because with all of us together, we can learn more. You hear me? Because my nieces own this Japanese, and a lot of my other nieces and sisters and brothers and stuff in here watch anime. I don't watch it, right? But my son does, and he tells me, and now I got a niece and nieces and sisters and stuff that do. So then it's pretty cool because we get to learn together. Everybody don't have to have all the pieces. Just as long as you got a piece of the piece, we gonna be all right. You hear me? Yeah. So I'm not gonna keep y'all. I'm about to let y'all go. It's 9:30, and plus I gotta go watch this movie so we can talk about it tomorrow. You said definitely enjoyed this live and lessons tonight. Oh, that makes me excited. Thank you. Listen, we be trying to put the pieces together. You know, we do. We be trying to put the pieces together. We want to understand fully, and I'll say this too, right? I'm so grateful that we just didn't study the Bible. Because a lot of people that just study the Bible are clueless about what's going on and what pieces are being moved to the chessboard. Uh-huh. The same one we was watching yesterday or earlier today. You said I found in the Islamic books Noah and had a son named Yam. You said who was known as Canaan or Canaan, who didn't board the ark. You said, well, I also found there's a spiritual being held in the sea with 9 other beasts. Interesting. That's interesting. You said, glad to catch this class, everyone, today. Yes. So, places like the Leviathan, the name of the spiritual being held in Yam. Interesting. Interesting. All I'm going to say is this. Keep your eyes open. Okay? You hear me? You said Danaan is mentioned in the Iliad, and they are the Greek troops of Troy. Interesting. Wow. Listen, you said the urban legends are very similar to the knowledge of the fallen angels, but different names, of course. Because again, okay, y'all, prior to the Tower of Babel, everybody spoke the same language. The stories didn't change, the names did. That's it. That's how every culture has a Noah. Okay? Every culture has some kind of Christ. There's disciples. There's all of these different things. And people say, oh, they worship this person. Did you even take the time to go read the story before you just say who people worshiping? Huh? Because we definitely look up to David and Noah and Abraham. We ask for the spirit of, that you allowed to come on this person to come on us. So we'll sit there and be going crazy on somebody because we don't understand, not realizing y'all talking about the same story. You're like, oh, they had it first. Oh, they had it first. Right. Okay. Dan and Canaan, you said the name Danaan also applies. You said they're descendants of Danus. You said the legendary king of Argos. Here we go. Hello. Hello. You said, yep, because the Chinese people called Noah Yao. Come on. Argos like Argonauts, whom we know Boreas, son of Zete, and Callias were a part of. Come on, I know, Nisi Poo. Argos is in our big green book. We started studying about them Argonauts. Ain't that who was in our what's the name? They in his Dark Materials, right? Wasn't no boy an Argonaut? Supposedly. And ain't there a movie where the Argonauts is? What kid movie is that we watch? The Argonauts was the people that had the ships that was flying in the cartoon movie. What movie was that? What is that movie called? And they had all the cool inventions and ships in the air. I can't think of it. Achilles and Agamemnon, you said were both Dans. Interesting. And he's in our mythology book as a god, ain't he? Agamemnon, or however you say his name. Jason and the Argonauts. Okay. Was that the movie we watched with a boy? No, not Atlantis. Was that the movie? Where the people kept coming and looking for him? He was a sky pirate or something like that? And that they was in airships? And didn't he have to like save his mama or something? She owned the inn and the people came and all that old stuff. See, what y'all don't know is they be telling the kids the truth. Go back and watch all the kid movies. You'll see something. You'll see something. You'll see something. And that's the problem. Again, if we always talking about what ain't real, you said that Naaman's dad was Barakiel in the Islamic language, religion. You said my dad, the bounty hunter. What you talking about? You said Agamemnon was the king of Mycenae. Brother of King Menelaus. Yep. And brother-in-law to Helen of Troy, who was the daughter of Zeus. I think we did some studies on there, didn't we, niece? Because we looked him up. He in our gold or black book. We were studying a little bit about this, I think, in like 23? when we was trying to figure out who and what they was. Yeah, I remember all of the Mycenae people. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. So look, hopefully y'all done got a little bit tickled in a good way, right? Your feet is wiggling. You said I get deep into the Greek mythology. I could go on about it for hours. Nisa, I got you. Listen, a lot of the stuff that you're mentioning just right now, it's written down. You can't. The crazy thing is, you can't study the Bible without studying the mythology. You have to. You have to. This is how I found out about the Boeotians and the Etruscans and all of that. All them folks in that area and how they was connected in the Titan War. Believe me, baby, Auntie been over there. It's been a minute, but Auntie been over there. And this is why I was. This is how I got to the conclusion that all the stories are the same. All of them are the same. They just, some people started to idolize and worship either the fallen angels' children or the people. Like people started to worship Abraham instead of whatever. And they said, oh, that's stupid. Would they be worshiping Donald Trump? He's just a person, a poopy person, ain't they? They got it. Never mind, let me go. I'm gonna leave it. I ain't even gonna go there. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna, in some versions, Helen is Zeus' daughter, but her twin is you said Clemenstra. How do you say that? I don't even know. We're gonna call her C. Is the daughter of a king. Tyndareus, or both Tyndareus's daughters. She said C married Agamemnon, and Helen married Lars. Interesting. I feel like I've niece, you gonna have me going back through my notes because I feel like I studied some of that Menelaus. I feel like I studied some of this. I'm sure I did. You all right, baby? Is her name Clytemnestra? How do you say that? I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have to look, but I feel like I studied. Okay, I studied. I feel like I studied. Well, of course, it's in my notes somewhere. As you can see, our minds is right about there. You be, yeah. Clytemnestra. Okay. Clytemnestra. Thank you. So, with that, I'm excited. Keep looking. You keep looking. Y'all keep looking. And I'm about to go look at this show. Give me a little snack. And get in the bed. But I do want to say this. You said in Asia, deities fall for a human. Have children become hybrid, leave long enough to own property. Huh? Oh, you said in Asia, the deities fall for a human, have children become hybrids, live long enough to own property. You said, and that's how they explain they are rich in this time. Oh, I believe it. We believe it. We know who the founders of most of these civilizations was. We know who the rulers were. They were kings. This is why kings are so important. The Book of Kings, people skip over it. They be telling you who all the supernatural beings was. Don't they? All the supernatural beings, right? All the supernatural beings was the kings. They was the heroes. The Bible somebody's name is Samyaza. Not you got the name of the first fallen angel. You done came up here. We was just talking about you and your peoples. Not you done shot up in the class, Samyaza. I know who you is. Hey, your peoples done showed up. We was just talking about your brothers and y'all, about the other 199 and all y'all kids and stuff. Not some y'all they shut up, hey. Confirmation for me. Hold on. Did y'all hear that? How you doing? Why you choose that name, Sam Yaza? Why did you choose that name of all the names? You missed my lives. Did you used to be here? I feel like I feel like, right. 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 I think you did used to be here. I think you scared me to laugh. No, I'm just playing. Listen, I think Sam Yaza did you why you I think I asked you that question before too. Why you choose that name, and did you know that that name was the name of the angels that helped start the world to be in? Because you're an outcast. Got it. Okay. Well, I'm happy that you're back in our lives. Now, are you an outcast because you really a fallen angel and you can't tell us? Just whispered in my ear. Because we know, someone walking around here. How do you know? Like, can you levitate and stuff? No. I'm just playing. I'm gonna quit. I'm about to go. Let me go make me some snacks before I be in God. I'm happy you came back to class. Listen. Gotta ask. You never know. You said no, asking for me too. Johnny said, bye, auntie. Bye. You said I'm anti-religious. Oh, so was they. But look, you come to my class though, you anti-religious. Look it. That's because my net is far and wide. You hear me? You said, come on in. And I'm happy you missed our classes. You see how that works? Come on in. We'll accept you. You're not an outcast over here, Semyaza. You are not an outcast. You're not. Don't feel like that over here. It's okay. You don't gotta agree with us. You can still come to class. It's all right. Okay? It's fine. You said, but I love the old stories because you lived them, didn't you? Am I telling them right? Now, I'm just playing. I'm going to quit messing with you. I'm going to quit messing with you, but, I mean, because you like, yeah, she telling it right. Yeah, I'm there for that one. This is my 17th carnation as a reincarnation as a human. So, you said you were, hey, you never know. The Bible say that the entities is walking around and you won't know them. Some of y'all done invited angels in your house and y'all don't even know. You said, there go that anti-word. You said, but I'm going to laugh it off, I guess. Listen. Hey, you never know. You never know, Nisi Poo. You don't. You know. So that's why we ain't just gonna be treating people crazy. We gonna love on everybody. I don't know. I mean, for you said no hate. I love everyone. Okay. See, so when people be trying to talk crazy and all of this stuff, you win more people with love. You ain't got to preach them down to the ground. Just be. High five. High five. He said, I've been with y'all all night. I've gotten my kids in bed. It's been so much fun. I love y'all so much. Yeah, I'm about to go. You made our night, though, Sam Yaza. Come on in here, making the word come to life. You see, you never know when you're entertaining an angel. You just never know. You never know. That was wow, boy. You came in right on time, too. We was just talking about the ancestors of the giants and stuff. You said asking was Adam and David and them really tall and fine like they say they was. Asking for ourselves. She said herself. I said, I'm asking. We asking for us. What, Sam Yaza? Because they said David was fine. Mm-hmm. And Joseph, too. He's fine as well. Did you see him when you was back there in the time before you? Do you know anything? You know what I'm saying? Because they said now that they had listen, you said that's wild. Your name. You said that's a wild name to pick for an outcast. You said most of us in here are outcasts, but never chose that name. It's okay. I didn't choose my name until later. It's all right. No. We just gonna let it be. The fact I'm happy they here. That's all that matter. That's all that matter. Listen, but your was Adam and David them as fine as I said though, because we do want to know. even though they kind of like our long lost family members. You said I'm giving bro a hard time. Oh, okay. Listen, that's one thing we gonna do is love on you over here. Now we gonna Jones, but you can come back. No, they not gonna answer. We didn't get no answer, so I guess it might be too much attention. We just gonna go on. Maybe they'll come back tomorrow and tell us if they really did see David Neal. You said we're all history buffs, so I love it. That part ain't goody. Listen, we gonna have a good time over here. Oh yeah, we gonna have a good time, and we gonna make some jokes if we can. You know, there's no fun without laughter. You said stop. I went, listen, we trying to figure it out too. I mean, we don't know if somebody here really is an angel. You don't know. If the Bible said you don't know when you entertaining one, I mean you didn't been around a few. You said that's okay. Right? In real life. What's the topic? We didn't already went through it. We was going through current events. Well, you at the top right now, Semyaza. You said as long as he don't bring Azaziel, I'm cool in that part. That part. You the topic right now, but we about to go. We talked about just Japanese culture, how their names coincide with for real. How their names go with the African names. Like Sake is a place in Africa I didn't know until like last night. Nagos, Niggle, Nagasaki. And I'd be like, look at this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Look at this nigga right here, you know? So, you said, right, you cool, but leave your brother at home. Hilarious. They said you cannot bring your brother. Azaziel is not welcome. Azaziel, he can't come. Asmodeus either. He's not welcome. He like to take stuff from people that they don't want to give him. He be trying to unlock people husbands and stuff. And all we want to do is get married. He might be the reason I don't have one right now. You know? I don't know. He just might be. So don't bring your brother Asmodeus either. Asmodai. He's not welcome. You can come, but not them. You said, yeah, no, leave them at home. I'm trying to tell you, I was out here and I want a chick to get a back blow that get creep that Asmodeus. Did y'all see what he did to Tobin and old girl? He did not want her to get her back blowed out. He kept on killing her husbands, like 7 of them. Because he wanted her for himself. Ain't that something? It's in the book of Toby. You said we all make mistakes. That part. You see what I'm saying? Told you, hey, Asmodeus was a hater. In real life. He's some of y'all spirit husband, though. Mm-hmm. He is. You said, not at all. Yes, leave him at home. You said, yeah. Listen, Asmodeus. Yeah, he's some of y'all spirit husbands. Crazy. Anyway, I'm leaving. You said, nope, not mine. Hey, y'all, hey, if you have never read the book of Tobit, you need to. You said, oh, a good anime is 7 Deadly Sins. He's the main character. Asmodeus? No way. You said, nuh-uh, we divorced. Hilarious. Really? Oh, the manga is better than the show. Uh-oh, the manga. Uh-oh. See how they be putting the truth right in front of our face? You said I divorced mine in 2017. Listen, ain't that crazy? Y'all, that just made all the hair on my body stand up. Ew, wee. It just got cold in here all of a sudden. Turn my hair on. Anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm about to go because we'll be talking all night. I'm about to let y'all go. You said the 7 Deadly Sins manga is real good. The show fell a little flat. Oh, shoot. Yes. Thank you for coming, Semyaza. You didn't end the night with the perfect bang. You ain't saying? We needed that. I love y'all. So, y'all, your cousin was coloring. You want to see what he was coloring? Girl, he might be mad if I show you, but I'm going to show you anyway. Imagine a 450-foot tall angel typing on a keyboard in our class. Girl, look at. Do you know who this is? Who is this? You know who that is? Who is that? Who is this? Who is that? That's from Naruto? Okay. But do you know who it is? I don't know who that is. You said, yes, the manga is good. I'm reading Apothecary Diaries now. Interesting. When Naruto was learning Sage Mode after the death of Jiraiya, or is that how you say that? I know that ain't right. You said probably got a bonnet. You said probably got on a bonnet in his night clothes. Listen, I appreciate y'all. Listen, all right, y'all. It's Gamma Bunta. Ain't Bunta hold on. Is Bunta Bantu? Could that be a thing? Or Banta? If you mean Bantu Africa, it refers to the vast region of Central, Eastern, and Southern Africa inhabited by hundreds of diverse ethnic groups. Interesting. Mm, hold on. Girl. I feel like I screenshotted something. I'm gonna just do this right here, and I'm gonna go looking at that later. You said Bantu, Bunta, Batana, Batana. You know they play. You said, but willing to learn various. Can I see that pic again? Yes, ma'am. Don't tell him I showed you. He might be mad at me. I'm just saying because all of these names is fitting together, y'all. All of them. They all fitting together. It's crazy how they keep on just rolling over and rolling over and rolling over and rolling over. It's like, wait a minute, that sound like. And then if you get to digging deeper, you find the connection, y'all. All the hair on my body keeps standing up. I don't know why that's happening. Did you see Anisi Poo? I need to go stretch, boy. Getting old is a trip. Goodness gracious. Just stuff be hurting for no reason. I've been trying to walk more, though, because I be getting winded. When I met y'all, I used to be able to walk a lot. Now I don't even... I'm even gonna talk about it. Nigga walk up the stairs and she be winded. That's not good. Anyway, I love y'all. I'm about to go. I'll see y'all in the morning.